flavors for fans of all ages, from melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk On Sports Bistro. Game on.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-568-2790. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-568-2790 or biglou.com.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even in starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, not a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard them with that stock. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will.
Hello Friday, I've been waiting for you for a long time. You just saved me when my life came tumbling down, and I know you're gonna leave me. Hello Friday, I've been waiting for you for a long time.
3, 2.
How just when you look at everything, how crazy is it that there is just one game left and you're in it?
Yeah, it's exciting, man. It's so exciting. As a basketball fan, there's nothing like a Game 7. There's nothing like a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. Dreamed of being in this situation my whole life, so to be here is really exciting for me and our group. And, like I said, what's happened in the past doesn't matter. What happened today doesn't matter. It's all about one game, and approaching that the right way. So everybody's got to take care of their bodies, good couple film sessions, good preparation, to get ready for that, and let the cards fall where they may. It's already written. We've worked our tails off to get here, and just got to trust the work that we've put in. And yeah, man, I wouldn't want to go to battle with any other guys. So I'm really excited about it.
One game for all the marbles. One game for all the marbles.
I don't know if you want marbles, but a big trophy would be cool. Welcome in on a Friday. It's good to be all back together on a sunny day. We got a lot of sunny days coming up. Those of you who've been sick of the rain, it's good. You don't have it for a while. We're going to have a whole bunch of sunshine and heat. So I don't hear any complaints about how hot it is because you were complaining about the rain, too. I heard y'all while I was in Omaha. Anyway, good to be back. Good to be with y'all, and good to wrap up the week. You heard from Tyrese Halliburton and SGA getting ready for Game 7. And I know that Christian is real excited about it.
Not excited at all.
You are super excited. You wish there was no Game 7. But winning on your home court's way better. Let's be real.
It is.
Anyway, excited about that. DJ, can we get your camera adjusted there, Bubba? Yeah, Left Town, you guys forgot how to run the cameras. It was very disappointing. I was like, what happened? Anyway, last night's game was
awful.
Well, depends who you're looking for here. It was not entertaining because it was over by the end of the third quarter. In fact, they sat most of the starters for the fourth quarter, so both teams did. And you heard Tyrese Halliburton there, and I'm not arguing it, but I would like to discuss it here as we welcome the Pigskin Preacher as well. Hi, buddy. Good to see you. He just said there's nothing like a Game 7. We all agree.
Has he ever been in a Game 7?
We all agree there's nothing like a Game 7. Don't get snarky yet. You're going to have your moment.
Okay.
But then he said there's nothing like a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. Everybody thinks their championship's the best, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So is a Game 7 in the NBA Finals the best? I heard, and the reason I'm asking this is because the other day I heard the guys say there's no harder championship to win than the NHL Finals. And I thought, well, it's hard to win an NBA championship. It's really hard to win a Super Bowl. It ain't too easy to win a Major League Baseball championship, although you can kind of buy one these days. And I thought, well, that's a pretty cocky statement. Is Game 7 in the NBA the best? Or would a Game 7 in hockey or Major League Baseball be as good or better? I don't know.
I feel like I'm not the best person.
You know me, I'm a big guy on words, right?
Ask.
You can't just say we're the best based on what?
I mean, Game 7 NBA Finals, I think it's up there.
For me, it might be the best.
Yeah, it's
Although
up
a
there.
Game 7 for baseball is pretty awesome, too, because it's, again,
I would say that would be next.
It's stressful.
And I feel like I'm not a fair person to ask about hockey.
Me either.
Just because, but for people who are following hockey and it means more to them, then I could see that. But I would say, I don't want to speak for the majority of people around the world, but I would assume NBA Finals Game 7 is a little bigger draw than NHL Game 7.
There's something magical about an NBA Game 7 final for me, too.
Mm-hmm.
Even as a guy who's not, I mean, for Christian, I don't know how you feel about this. I'm assuming you're pro NBA. Pigskin, you got a take on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my take is all Game 7s are big.
Yeah.
World Series, the Super Bowl, whatever it is. I think the NHL is probably the most tense. Having the Red Wings have won, 3 Stanley Cups in the last 25 years. When you get into the third period, a tie game, I mean, it's just everything turns like that. Like, it's so quick. The NBA, you get more of a sense that this is coming. They're making a run. There are no runs usually in hockey. It just boom and it's on you. But
what if you got a one-run game in the major leagues?
That's
and the
similar.
Game, you get to the 7th or 8th inning.
What was it? The Texas Rangers a few years ago, they were 1 strike away from winning in Game 7, and then David Freese won the game in the series for the Cardinals.
2011, I believe.
Yeah,
Cardinals.
so I mean, yeah, he's saying that because he's in it. He's kind of got to. But I think any elimination game at any level is good.
Other than Game 1, what's the closest game, Christian, we've had in this series? Has there been a game within 5 points?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
3, right?
Game 4 was.
Oh.
Well, you shouldn't be pretty sure. This is your deal.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the final scores off the top of my head.
Well, you know if it was a close game or
yeah,
not.
Game 4 was because
Okay.
that was the game where we were down really big and we had to make the comeback to win on the road.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
That's
a close
right.
game.
I remember
Christian,
talking to you.
not to rain on your parade or anything, I think that the Thunder are going to win in Game 7. But I think this business, they're one of the greatest teams ever. Not if you go to Game 7.
I
it's
agree
not.
with you.
It's not.
They were a great regular season team, and they've had their struggles.
You remember what Moses Malone said? What's the playoffs going to be like, Mo? Foe, and foe. And they won 4-0, 4-1, 4-0.
Okay.
That's what great teams do, not Game 7.
No, well, just lump them in with the Golden State Warriors who didn't win the championship. They're a great team.
Or the Seattle Mariners who won 119 games and didn't even get to the
Well,
World
if you don't
Series.
win a ring, you don't deserve to be in the conversation.
Yeah, but I would still put that Golden State team as one of the great
Yeah,
teams
it
of all
is.
time. They just didn't win a title. And this team, even though they're going to win a title, we can't because of that.
We can't say where they're going
We
to win
think
a title.
they are. Listen, if they play like they played last night, they get beat at their home or your home or anybody's home.
Well, obviously, but I
They
mean, they're
didn't
not
show up.
Well, they didn't shoot, and they didn't play with the same intensity. And there's something about this.
They knew they had Game 7 at home.
I don't know who was doing the broadcast. Who's the raspy voice broadcaster that was doing the radio last night on the Buzz?
PJ Carlissimo.
That's exactly right.
I think it is. Yeah.
I listened listen
I was
to
like, I
PJ.
can't place this guy's voice, but I know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
He said there's something about even games in a 7-game series when the team is facing elimination about the way they play. And
Desperation.
I was like, I've never heard anybody articulate it like that, but okay.
He knows his stuff. He's
Sure.
he's really good.
I would also say in the Game 7 argument, there's that little extra added thing to it depending on the storyline of the matchup. Like, let's just say if it was Bird and Magic. You know what I mean? You know, if there was a storyline to go with it, I think that takes it to a different level. I don't know if hockey, if Ovechkin and somebody else were going head-to-head and it was like for everything, I think that would bring a little bit more appeal to it. Same thing with baseball. If there's a pitching duel or something like that, I think that helps too.
Roger Clemens versus Dwight Gooden in
you know,
86. That was big.
In this matchup, you've got two young budding stars, one who's the MVP. So it isn't exactly the same.
Yeah.
But it is maybe kind of who's next.
Yeah, it's not the same. Our last NBA Finals Game 7 was 2016. That was LeBron versus Steph.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
that
was the last
Game
Game 7?
Game. Yeah, that was the last
Been 10
Finals Game.
years.
And that was when they came back down 3-1.
Yes.
I didn't think they had a chance in
and
that.
I would say in sports, from as far as things I can remember, that was probably one of the more.
Oh,
I was on edge
that was one of the biggest games.
the whole game from
Dude,
start to finish.
when
From
they
the,
got it-
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, when they got it to 3-2, it was like we watched Game 6 intently. I watched every second of Game 7. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, every possession, everyone was dialed in. It's
That-
like every possession mattered.
That stands out more to me than last year's NBA Finals.
I
In my
agree.
mind. Like,
Yeah.
I can remember it more clearly.
But as far as tension, how about that year that the Red Sox finally broke through? They were down 3-0 against the Yankees and came back and won in 7 games. That was more tense than anything I've seen in the NBA.
Well, if there's one thing we've learned in baseball, you just never know, right? I mean, it's hard to predict.
Oh, goodness.
Unfortunately, we found that out this week. So
Too soon.
we got a reminder of it. Yeah. We are going to talk a little baseball and kind of put a little bow on the season. Tom Murphy's going to join us in the 11 o'clock hour after our Red White Report, so we'll be largely focused on that. We're going to talk a little wrestling in this next, I guess in this hour, with Matthew Banks. So I have seen Matthew compete, perform, whatever you want to call it. I've got my issues with pro wrestling, but I also do anything I can to support local guys who are trying to do good things. And Matthew's a very likable dude who's from Arkansas, who's wrestled all over the place, and he and a bunch of guys are going to be wrestling at the Hall tonight.
Nice.
And I've been to a show they put on over at Vino's before, and that was an intense – it was like a back room –
Barroom brawl.
Yeah, bare knuckle fight that
Right.
was all like people surround – because it's such an intimate setting.
Yeah.
And it's like the ring, and then you're like 3 people deep all the way around. It was so
Get blood
awesome.
on you.
You're in it.
Spit.
It
Get
was
you some
cool.
beer.
Dude, it was
Have a
awesome.
good night.
It was so much fun.
I've been a few of those out in Sherwood.
Yeah.
We got one of our directors at KRK, Avion Gray, in the ring. He does his thing. It's pretty cool.
His name's Avion?
It's
It's a stage name.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a pseudonym.
I can't remember what Matthew's stage name is. It's like the Punisher or something like that. But he's a big old boy.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't on the show, I don't think, when he came in studio last time.
Well,
Nick West was doing
there's
the
a
show.
pretty. You said at Vino's, there's a pretty good chance he wrestles in the same circuit with my boy.
Yeah, he was living in New York last I heard. I don't know where he is
Okay.
now.
Don't say that wrestling is fake, or he might bust a chair over one of our heads.
Well, he's going to be on the phone, so I think we're safe for tonight.
Oh, good.
But I would say it's definitely worth your while, and I don't know if it's all ages tonight. I would like to think it is. I mean, because there are a lot of kids who
It's
would love
all
this.
age, yeah.
Well, I don't know that for a fact.
Dang,
I don't think it
what's going
was
to go down.
I don't think it was at Vino's, just because it's in the hall's a little different environment, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like Vino's is typically in that back room. It's like 21 and up, I think.
Hall would be perfect for it. You got the upper.
Oh, you got a
little
ton of
thing.
space.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That's a good setup. Anyway, Tom Murphy will join us, as I mentioned. We get the Red White Report brought to you by UMS Health Ortho Now. Zack Gillham from Oaklawn Sports at 11:30. We'll get Game 7 odds. We can all assume that Oklahoma City is favored. We'll just see what he's got as far as that goes and game props. And we got golf coming up this weekend. I don't know what else Zack wants to get into. We're only a few weeks away from the Open Championship, which is number 2 on my list. I think I like the Open Championship. I don't know if I like it more than the U.S. Open. I guess it's kind of a toss-up for me.
History, baby. It's where golf was invented.
It is. It's a different style, and it's fun to watch. I like the U.S. Open, too, because watching those guys, struggle a little bit. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, they do suffer.
Can I also give a shout out to Nexstar? It's the company that I work for before I come here. It's our Founders Day, 29th annual. And we are trying to give back to the community. So from now until 4 p.m., if you head to our building at KRK and Fox 16, 1401 West Capitol, right by the state capitol, we're asking people to drop off new shoes. It could be babies, toddlers, adolescent, We have
Size
adults
9,
as well.
Hard to find Jordans for
all
people
that.
like me.
Oh, is that what you need? It'll go towards Our House organization trying to help people transition from homelessness, and so that's what we got going on.
Do you think they might want these shoes?
Those
I'll
aren't
take
new.
those shoes. Those
are
nice.
sweet though.
I don't usually wear red.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
looks
My
good.
feelings about the color red, but
You don't
I
like
these.
those?
Well, he was
I'm
a
wearing
Crip
them.
glowing up, so.
Oh, is that what it is? Gang banging
Yeah,
out there?
Bloods, Crips, Michigan,
okay.
Ohio
yeah.
State.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a whole
okay.
You got a blue and red shirt on though, so
I do. So
red, white, and blue actually could be all American, not
it
a gang
had
thing.
to match. That's right.
Those
So,
look good.
yeah, thank
But
you.
out new shoes.
New shoes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good deal.
For adults too.
Mm-hmm.
Men's, women's.
Everything.
Gotcha. Okay. That's a nice thing.
Yeah.
It is.
About time you guys did some good things.
Everyone needs shoes.
Champs and Chumps brought to you by the Washita Bar and Grill and BKC Home Builders. And I haven't seen any deets on what they got going this weekend. So, you know what we ought to do? We ought to just get our friends from down there to call in during their segment. And they can tell us what's happening.
I agree. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm actually going to Hot Springs.
Me too. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to be going on the lake tomorrow.
Ah.
And tomorrow night, I'm doing something I've never done before.
I can't wait.
It involves...
What's his name?
I can't believe you said that. That was really funny.
What's wrong with you?
That's you.
I'm blaming
been around you too much.
I didn't switch teams this week. Sorry, buddy.
He's like David. He's like David Spade and Dickie Roberts. I did. I don't. You know. Yeah. Okay.
There was a phase in college. I mean, you know. No, I'm going to see arena football.
I'm going too.
You are?
Yes, I'm doing the coin flip.
I'm not. I'm
What?
just going to watch.
Are
it.
you? Yeah.
Chris Goodman, their GM's coming on today at 11:45.
Perfect.
That's exciting.
All right, I'm so pumped
How
up.
about
We're there.
minds thinking alike?
We're there. All
Is
right.
Ebony going?
She'll be there.
Great. Natalie's going. We're going to have a great time.
Val Pal, my
I can't
mom,
wait.
family.
Oh, my God. This is awesome.
Yeah, Jarius Wright, his lady coming down.
I love it. Jerry should be playing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He still
So they're
could.
playing indoors.
Yeah. Indoor arena
Pigskin.
football league.
Is
The
there
wise
any
guys.
better idea for Arkansas than indoor football in the middle of the summer?
Can we do that in the fall?
Yes.
Can the Razorbacks get a roof over
Could you imagine
Reynolds
that?
Razorback
oh, Lord.
Field?
How nice would that be?
Alabama A&M inside would be so nice.
It would be nice.
Do you still remember the first game you took Maddox
Yes.
to? It was like 1,000 degrees,
Yes.
and he said by halftime we were done.
No.
No. Second
No.
quarter? First quarter.
Yes.
No, you didn't
Yes.
leave in the first quarter.
I didn't. But
Maddox was
Christie
done.
and Maddox were sitting in the concourse. They did not make it to the second quarter.
It was like 107.
It was
that
100
day.
degrees, and we were in the east stands, and it was awful.
What was it like to play in that?
It's different. You don't care.
It's hot.
bet it's hot.
It
You drink
is.
a lot
I mean,
during
but
the
you got to
game?
think we're so used to it because we practice,
practice
in
in
it,
it, right.
every day, twice a day, some days, but it's still pretty bad.
I played in nighttime 90-degree heat, and
Mm-hmm.
I played in 18 degrees with snow.
I take 18 degrees.
I would take 18.
The point is not that. The point is you don't care as a player. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't bother you. Once the
You're out
game
there
starts,
anyway.
you don't even notice.
Yeah.
Right.
It sucks for the people in the stands.
The only thing for me, being a pass catcher, I would have a new pair of gloves after each quarter.
Soaked.
Yeah, I'd be soaked. It's almost impossible.
Just sweating through it all. Huh?
Yeah, sweating through it all.
Did you spray your gloves?
With what?
Tacky stuff? Is that legal?
I don't know. I don't know why you would do that. That's
To
the
make
point
them
of,
sticky.
But that's the point of having the glove. They kind of come that way.
But you can make them
Yeah,
stickier.
they're like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
We
they
had
have a little juice.
We had gloves. We wore the Newman brand back in the day, and we sprayed them too. They were sticky.
Really?
Oh, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, clown.
We didn't have
Wow.
gloves when I played, boys. Does that surprise you? It was a long
No.
time ago.
Now that you're thinking of, you say that, I feel like at CAC some guy had some sticky-ish substance spray.
It wasn't like insane.
But it didn't help him. But he had it though.
You're on fire today.
I'm on it.
Salty boy. Golly. I think Philip's coming in today. I was looking at the movies this weekend, and again, not to be hateful, I want to see it actually, but basically the new Girls Trip movie, it looks pretty good.
What is this?
It's the one with the Australian actress that lost all the weight.
Rebel
Oh,
Wilson.
Rebel
Wilson.
Yeah,
It looks good, but it's basically like Girls Trip plus like a Mission Impossible movie. So it's like a bridesmaid group, and then during the wedding they get attacked for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but like these like terrorists come in and
That
anyway.
sounds like a Kevin Kelly movie.
But it turns out Rebel Wilson's like a badass, and she like beats them all up.
Ebony wants to see The Materialist.
Yes, that looks good too. That's a great cast.
I said I kind of was with Chris. Do we wait till that comes out, or do
See,
you go to the movies?
That's
I'm
what
gonna wait till it comes out.
The Rebel Wilson movie, I watched the trailer again this morning. It looks like a Netflix film.
Okay.
It looks like it was made for Netflix. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I just am not going to spend money to go to the theater to watch that one. Anyway. I'm excited about this weekend, though. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
okay, I'm not leaving home for Okay, I'll go to Hot Springs for the
Good.
weekend.
It'll be
Philip
fun.
had an article on the 50th anniversary of Jaws. Fantastic
today.
article today.
Yeah.
I read
Today?
that article. It's like getting in the DeLorean and going back in time.
But that was fun.
Fantastic. Yes.
Today's the anniversary of Jaws being released 50 years ago?
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yes.
Boy, I would not get in a swimming pool when I was a child.
I was.
For a
I
time.
saw it. I was 11. I had nightmares for a week.
The fact that my parents did not, especially my dad, did not beat me into like reality is amazing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking about, so 50, so I was just a little kid. I saw it, I guess, probably not until I was like 4 or 5. But let's just say I'm 5 years old, right?
Yeah.
And I'm scared to death that there's a shark in the pool. And trying to explain to a 5-year-old sharks don't go in pools, it's not possible. We used to go to this place called Camp Dodge. It was at a old base, and there was this. It's the biggest pool you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
The biggest pool by far.
There's got to be a shark in there.
I'm thinking you could put one in there. Nobody would see it. I mean, you wouldn't see it for days. It's a
Wow.
huge pool. But they used to use it for like training.
Okay.
But it was open to the public as a swimming facility for years and years. They finally closed it. But we used to go out there as kids. And I wouldn't get in. My dad would be like, there are no sharks in the pool, dummy. And now I'm like thinking, what would I tell my 5-year-old kid? I'm like, are you serious right now?
You've been there before, though.
That's not even possible. That's
When
the
that
dumbest thing I've ever
music
heard.
starts in, that music is creepy, man.
That is.
Doom, doom.
If my dad would have just said, you're being stupid, I probably would have jumped in. But, I mean, he was nicer than that, I guess. I don't know. Not very
Such a good
convincing.
movie.
So good.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say one of the more like horror movies that are really
the masses.
easy to avoid situation, in my opinion. That is probably number 2. Chucky, number 1. Is like just don't make sense.
Chucky's not scary.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand how he
Sharks
had the
are
run.
scary.
I don't understand how Chucky had the run that he did. Like if a little 2-foot doll walked in here with a knife, I think we could handle it.
Did you watch?
You could punt him like a football.
What are we doing?
Did you watch the Leprechaun movies?
He's different.
Leprechaun
He's
has some
magical.
powers,
all right,
man.
he has powers and
He has
stuff.
powers.
Easy. All right.
Okay, none of this is believable. Sharks are believable. Sharks are scary.
Even in Iowa,
That
landlocked
leprechaun
state,
scared me,
so,
man.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
The one we spent one afternoon, Maddox and I did when we were in Omaha, and we went to the Henry Dorley Zoo, which is one of the greatest zoos in America. It's incredible. It's kind of a strip. Their aquarium part of the zoo is sort of a stripped down version of Atlanta's zoo. So like
Wow.
you're in this tunnel and you got like sharks and stingrays and things like swimming over your head. It's wild.
That's cool.
But man, when you get by those animals and you see these deadly snakes, like I'm like by a black mamba or these spitting cobras.
Make you feel uncomfortable?
Bro, it's wild.
Yeah, I don't like
It's like
it.
that thing could kill me.
Easily.
Animals scare me. But I'm with you. Like, I'm not getting shark attacked unless it gets me in, like, hip-deep water, which
Yeah.
it could. But I'm not the guy that's going to be out in the middle of the thing, like, where I'm like, I can't get my feet on the ground, like, forget about it.
If something came out and y'all heard I died via shark attack, there's foul play.
Okay.
Because it's not because I'm out there.
Somebody dropped
put me
you out there.
Somebody put me out there.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Our question of the day yesterday, do you think Arkansas athletics are cursed? 75% of you say yes. It's hard to argue to the contrary.
Somebody said, I saw that it's going to be the way to break the curse will be the day that they put out a Nolan Richardson bronze statue.
I thought about that.
Or gold.
I thought about that.
Gold? Would it be gold?
I don't care what they make it out of.
Yeah.
They should. I thought about that on the way back, and I'm like, I figured Stan would probably call in and suggest that, but he hasn't yet. I don't think Arkansas is cursed, but boy, it is the most unlucky program. I'll tell you what.
Do you think he deserves a statue outside basketball? Basketball?
I mean, they named the court after him. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you saying that's enough, or like?
Well, I'll put it to you this way: at Iowa State, the stadium and the field are named after Jack Trice, who was a player who's got
died.
Yeah, if you look at the story, you can read the story. I don't believe there's a Jack Trice statue, though. Naming the stadium after him is sufficient in my book.
Niall Kinnick, Iowa, same thing.
All he had to do was die in World War II.
Yeah.
So Broyles is the only one out there. There's not like another bronze statue out there, right? I don't think so.
I don't know.
In
Put a
Fayetteville?
statue of somebody up. Put one of them McFadden. He should have won a Heisman. He got cheated.
I know.
out
Do
of
you
it.
not give him one because he didn't want a Heisman?
Well, I don't know. If you go to Auburn, they got 3. They're Heisman winners.
They're all
you go to
Heisman winners.
Oklahoma, they got like 7.
You go to Florida.
Same thing.
You go to Alabama, you should see their row of
I
bronze
still say
statues with coaches.
Finishing second 2 years in a row is as
Worth
impressive
it.
as winning one. But nobody's going to think that way except for me,
they
because I just think differently.
Because we know.
No,
we
I,
know.
I don't care.
We know he should have won.
I don't care if he went to Auburn. I would say that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's an incredible achievement to finish second, and we all know he should have won at least one.
It is.
But again, put it on the pile of disappointment from Razorback athletic history.
Can you win two?
Yes.
Sure, Archie
There's only one
Griffin.
guy that did it.
Okay.
We met him. He was here for the Touchdown Club. Thanks, Bass.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
501-661-1037. Apparently, we're having some issues with our D3 Auto Sales text line.
Oh.
If you're an AT&T customer, apparently they're not coming through.
Uh-oh.
So you might want to hit us up on the Whit Davis Lumber Plus Live Fan Feedback. We call that going OG or old school if you prefer. Or you can call us like Dale has at 501-661-1037. We got some other baseball talk to get into in a bit. Question of the day today is going to be,
will you watch a game of the College World Series final between LSU and Coastal Carolina?
I think that's a great question, and I absolutely will.
I'll watch all of them.
I will too.
I won't.
I will not.
Okay. Are you not watching? Are you hate not watching, or are you not watching because you don't care because Arkansas is not in?
No, I'm not just a big
baseball.
Pigskin, you know.
You're
I'm not
Braves
the biggest
only.
baseball guy.
You're basically just
yeah,
Braves
if
guy.
it's
Braves
not
are
Braves
not
guy.
playing in
my
the
gosh.
College World
Did
Series,
you
so
see?
you're okay.
It's the Razorbacks or the Braves?
They probably win, though.
Yeah. Did you see that throw from Acuna in the outfield?
No.
You got to do it at second?
Sure didn't.
Dude's got a cannon.
Last night,
See,
you know what I
watched-
watched?
what?
You know what I watched last night? I watched the 2-hour Dateline on the Karen Reed trial.
He locked in. I'm ready to hear your
Free Karen Reed.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see your perspective because I asked somebody about it briefly, and they said if you watch the beginning of, I guess, that documentary that came out, you would think that this girl's guilty, and then you start like,
I still think she's guilty.
Yeah.
There's never been 1 second of one moment that
You
I
thought she was guilty.
Never. Not once.
Really?
No. It's so far-fetched and ridiculous.
What do I care?
Well, obviously, you do.
Guilty, not guilty.
Yeah.
It's not me.
It doesn't impact us, but it is. Yeah. Listen, if you care about, and I'm not sure I'm 1,000% in on the conspiracy theory, but I'm very much under the impression that the concept of her killing him is ridiculous.
That show I was watching that I was telling you about with Elizabeth Olsen, the Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
And that dude that we talk about always plays that weird role, Kirsten Dunst's husband. What's his name?
Jesse Plemons.
Oh, Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, Jesse Plemons.
Oh, yeah.
They have an entanglement. I was telling you about the show and whatever. I didn't know it was based off of a true story. And it is wild.
What's the show called? Well, you've been on fire today.
I know.
It's too
Love. Give me a second.
Actually,
I'll tell you.
Plemons was the most bloodless, merciless guy in all of Breaking Bad,
He was good.
which had hundreds of people like that in it.
He was awful, right?
When he took
His
that
demeanor,
kid out, oh my goodness, he didn't even think a
Evil.
thing about it, man.
that shook me.
It was-
it caught me off guard.
Me too.
Tuco was terrible, but at least he had personality.
Exactly.
Love and Death.
Tuco.
Love and Death?
Love and Death.
Okay, let me bring it back to Karen Reed. It is amazing, and think about this for a second. This woman did a full-blown documentary about her case, cooperated with it, did interviews during it. In the middle of between her mistrial and her second trial.
Well,
you may never see that again in the history of the world.
yeah.
It's fascinating. But that also tells me how confident she was that she was
innocent.
not guilty.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, I would love to know what went on that night. I would love to have been a whatever you would be, not a fly on the wall because it was too cold for flies, I guess, probably in Boston that night because it was snowing. It was freezing.
Do you think he knew something?
Who?
The
cop that got killed?
boyfriend, Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I will tell you this: the likelihood or believability of him being beaten to death is a lot higher to me than her hitting him with her car, and him having a blunt force trauma injury. I don't know. The whole thing just seemed wild.
Is there a motive for the other people, or is it just
The only thing would be speaking of entanglement, she had an entanglement that she was working on with one of the other guys, his ATF agent that was in that group, and he was there that night. So that would only be the argument.
But didn't they pull up carpet?
I don't think there was the other thing. Here's another one I still have not gotten answers to. He had marks in his arm, and there was testimony within the trial that it looked like maybe an animal had bitten him. The people that owned the house had a dog, and all of a sudden they decided to rehome the dog a month after this happened. And I never saw anybody press the guy as to, why did you get rid of the dog all of a sudden?
Yeah.
And I think the insinuation was the dog had a tendency to bite people. And I'm like, Your Honor, case made.
Boom.
The whole thing is weird. Anyway, sometimes accidents happen. I don't know what the deal is exactly. We weren't there. But
What do you think about the tail light that was broken?
Yeah, that was the whole crux of the whole
And you
investigation.
guys have really gone in on
That's why
this.
so pigskin. So they say she backed up and whatever, broke the tail light, right?
She hit him.
But when the day that they were there uncovering all this, no broken shards. And then later, they end up saying they found broken shards, 30 pieces of them. But when they were there the first time, where were they at then? But they say, but the only time they brought him into evidence was in a plastic bag.
I'd say Mark Furman planted the evidence, but that's just one idea.
Listen, so somebody called it the greatest conspiracy in American history. I'm like, I think you better check your history. Yeah. But it is a wild story. Anyway, if you haven't followed it, it's a case that my girlfriend was very locked in on. Plus, I was following it pretty closely too. I thought it was really interesting. Anyway, but
I'd tell you one that I got hooked on was the Stephen Avery.
Oh yeah.
I still am waiting for season 3.
What was the one where the guy? Oh, it was the people that had the
daughter,
the Tigers.
No. We're all over the place. The guy where the son and the mom ended up dead, and the dad was charged.
Oh,
and the one son
in
was
South
involved.
Carolina or
yeah,
whatever?
South Carolina. The rich.
What was his name?
The dad went to jail. The son was never actually charged.
he was
guess.
guilty.
Yeah, I do too. But the son was also involved in a killing, in an accidental death on a boat.
Yeah.
Just got a news update. A woman who's been missing for a year has been found.
Alive? Or body? Where?
Hold on.
Arkansas?
Give me a second. Yeah, here in Arkansas.
Okay, I'm going to hear this story. Let me get Dale in here while you're looking it up.
Yep.
Dale, why'd you give up on me? I wanted to hear more about statue talk. We're way behind, 10:35. We got to call Matthew Banks momentarily. Stick around. We got a little more on the NBA Finals. Game 7's coming up. We got a good zone rewind this week. And the question of the day today is, are you going to watch any of the College World Series this week? I honestly am really looking forward to the matchups. I think it's going to be great.
Tori Millsack was reported missing June 6th of 2024. Yesterday she walked into a police station and informed them of her identity and that she's been missing for a year.
What has she been doing?
That's a great question.
That's all we know?
She was arrested by Little Rock police due to an outstanding warrant she had in Garland County.
Okay.
She's been on the run because of that warrant.
Also known as on the lam. Missing and on the lam, not the same thing.
Antonio Brown.
Yes, I guess by that rationale, Antonio Brown is missing.
Coach Kevin Kelly on the Zone, presented by your locally owned Little Rock Athletic and Racket Club. It's pool season. Join today and save 30% off the joining fees. LRAC.com.
This is SportsCenter.
The 2025 NBA Finals will see a 7th and decisive game after Game 6 last night. The Pacers win 108-91 after a swarming defensive performance that saw them hold the Thunder to just 42% from the floor and 8 for 30 from beyond the arc, which is only 27%. The Pacers made 15 of their 42 three-point attempts en route to a 17-point blowout victory. It was Obi Toppin who led the way with 20 points and 6 boards. He was 4-7 from beyond the arc. The ailing Tyrese Halliburton scored 14 points and dished out 5 assists. Pascal Siakam finished with 16 points and 13 rebounds. Game 7 will take place in Oklahoma City on Sunday night. You can catch the game at 7 p.m. on ABC. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over 10 years ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison, Arkansas Municipal Equipment specializes in refuse and recycle equipment. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, and roll-off dumpsters. But they don't just sell it to you. You can get parts and service for all makes and models for refuse equipment. Their technicians travel the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can. Only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. See shelter agent Angie Collins in Heber Springs, Michelle Herring in Whitehall, or Jonathan Stone in Lone Oak today.
Summer's here. It won't be long before you're planning a road trip. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side, tires for your car to get your family around safely, Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by any Point S, Arkansas store, Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Online at pointstire.com.
Looking for adventure on 2 wheels or 4? Honda of Russellville has the largest Honda selection in the entire state. ATVs, motorcycles, dirt bikes, scooters, and side-by-sides, all priced to move. From the trail to the mud and back again. Check out our Mud Pro series featuring Ranchers, Foremans, and Rubicons. Want more power? Try our Mud Slayer packages on Pioneers and Talons. From mild to wild, Honda of Russellville has exactly what you're looking for. Visit us on Facebook or check out HondaofRussellville.com.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
Well, it's first day of summer, and it's only going to be 92. It is going to get hotter next week. But if you're like us and you're looking for some indoor activities, DJ and I are going to watch arena football tomorrow night.
That's right.
In Hot Springs with the
Locked
Wise Guys.
in.
I'm really excited about this. I think this is such a cool deal. First of all, it's $10, I think, is the bottom ticket, and there's not going to be a bad seat in there. It's not that big of an arena. Secondly, it's conveniently located. And the third part is there's only 4 home games.
Yeah.
They play an 8-game season. So, like, you can buy season tickets for hardly anything.
Yeah.
What a great family value.
Great group of guys. Head coach, Coach Bones, great as well. But these guys they're fun. They're real fun.
It's just awesome. You said they've been supporting you on Monday nights at Oaklawn?
They come out Monday night at Oaklawn. The quarterback, Ambrose, he's a character. But they really do enjoy it. They have fun out there. They're embracing the town of Hot Springs. A lot of them aren't from that area or Arkansas. They're from all around the place. And so they're big fans of the community, and I would say definitely a good team to come out and support.
Well, I think they're 2-1 too so far, so they're off.
Yeah, they had a big road. They had a big road win in Minnesota. They just got back from there.
They lost in Waterloo, I know,
but they won their first game at home. This will be their second home game.
They met their Waterloo pigskin.
Thank you, Napoleon.
They sure did.
Speaking of Napoleon, you see he has an auction out.
I thought you were going to say you guys are both short.
There's a guy who has a big Napoleon collection, and he's auctioning the whole thing. Wow. Mm-hmm. If that's what you're into.
Yeah. Hey, dork. I guess you haven't been too busy going on dates, so it's easy to collect. Let's go to the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline and talk to Arkansas's own Matthew Banks, professional wrestler, who he and a lot of other guys are going to be getting after it tonight over at the Hall, which is a fun spot to go see shows of all sorts. I've never seen a wrestling event in there. But, Matthew, welcome back on the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How you doing, Justin?
I'm good. Are you on the way? Where are you in your travels?
I am about 3 hours from Little Rock, from Dallas, and I got my buddy Rob McKnight who's going to be tagging with me tonight in the car with me. We're buck nasty.
What's up, fellas? How you doing? You ready for the banger in Little Rock or what?
Yeah. Did you say buck nasty?
Buck nasty. That's the name tonight. That's going to be the name moving forward.
Yes, sir. We got a few indie dates. We got Kansas City and we got Memphis tomorrow, so we're kicking it off with the GCW show tonight.
Okay.
In Little Rock, baby.
Matthew, I can barely hear you, buddy. So you might want to go straight phone and just hand it back and forth. You run the phone bone, as Tommy Smith used to do. Who are you guys wrestling against?
Tonight we'll be at the Hall. Yeah. Starting at 8 o'clock. We're going against the tag team champions. They're called, it's Jordan Oliver and Price versus Buck Nasty. That's the tag team championship match. We'll see how it goes.
What's your signature move?
The Nasty Express.
Which is?
When you pick them up and you drop them real hard.
That's always a good move. That's a good move. How many times have you guys competed together, Matthew?
This is our first time.
Oh, let's go. You got jitters? Are you excited? How you feeling?
Yeah, super excited, ready to be on this platform in Little Rock. It's a big deal for Little Rock for them to come through there and actually do a show in a place like the Hall. So I'm really excited. Everybody's really excited.
Absolutely. Tell people who don't know your story, and we can ask your tag team partner too, but tell people about your history in wrestling. And we've had you in the studio before, but just refresh people's memories who maybe don't know your story or haven't heard it in a while.
From Brinkley originally, moved to New York City in 2016, started training with WWE Hall of Famer Johnny Rodz, was up there till about 2020, moved back home to Arkansas, helped start a small company in around Mariana, Brinkley area, been running shows around there, moved out to LA a couple years ago, worked with New Japan Pro Wrestling out there, a company called Circle 6, where I met Rob, and lived with him actually when I lived in Los Angeles. And now we're together at GCW, which is probably the biggest indie company in the world, I would say.
Yeah, what's GCW stand for?
Game Changer Wrestling.
Okay, well, we'll be the judge of that. How many matches are happening tonight at the Hall?
8 for sure, and then you might get a little bonus here and there, never know.
Okay, what's the cost to get into this thing? Is it general admission only? Are there VIP opportunities here?
There's some seats. I think maybe the seats might be sold out, but I'm sure there's some left. There's a ticket link on Eventbrite. You can look up GCW Banging in Little Rock. And ticket prices are about $30, $35 for general admission, and then it just goes up from there if you want some seats or want to sit up in the balcony, whatever.
Okay. I don't know who's in charge of the naming of the event, but that has kind of an interesting connotation here in Central Arkansas.
Sure.
But we'll just no gang-related activity tonight, just wrestling, right?
No, none. Okay. Only wrestling.
All right, that's good. What about Rob? What's your backstory? Where are you from, and how'd you get into wrestling?
I'm from New York, and then I started riding freight trains around the country, and then I started touring in a band, and the next evolution of being a nut job was pro wrestling, so I started doing that in Los Angeles about 2018, and then just been hitting the road for the last 5 years, going state to state, making the name happen, you know what I'm saying?
What kind of sports did you play growing up?
I played football, baseball, hockey, just pretty much, the basics at school.
Yeah.
What they put you into, and then, just lifting weights and hitting the ring.
I like it. When you were riding trains, did you have one of those long sticks with a knapsack with all your belongings in it?
You know it, baby. You know it, with an apple, eating an apple.
So, do you guys get into working on who's going to finish things off, or just depends how the match goes, or what do you guys need to coordinate working together for the first time?
We got good chemistry. We've trained a lot together and been around each other a lot. We know how each other moves around, So once the match starts, it's just going to be a dog fight, and me and Rob know we're going to come out on top.
How tall is Rob?
Rob's about 6'1", 225.
And Matthew, you're a big old dude. How tall are you?
6'6", 250 right now.
Yeah, Matthew's not to be trifled with, DJ. 6'6", 250. He's the guy you want to take to Omaha, so that way if any of the LSU fans get loud, they'll be like, could you talk to my friend here, Matthew?
So, Matthew, you said you're from Brinkley, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I play against you in high school in basketball back in the day? Do you used to have a fro?
DJ?
Yeah, DJ Williams went to CAC.
Yeah. Your home is with my boy Vic Polk.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
we played against each other all through.
I'm about to say, is that what I
wild.
think it is? Yes, I remember this dude because he was always a tall dude from Brinkley and he had the fro.
Tall dude from Brinkley.
Oh my gosh, he was a baller, man. He was certified out there. So we got an athlete. We're on the phone with the athlete, man.
That's me.
I love it.
Oh, Vic, I got to tell Vic. He said, "What's up, Vic?" He claims he was an athlete. He said he ran a 4.3 back in the day. Is he lying?
Vic Polk might have ran a 3.9. You never know what day it might be. He could do anything.
That's awesome.
I love it. What do you think about DJ's potential as a wrestler, Matthew?
I've always thought ever since I started wrestling that DJ Williams would be a great wrestler.
Lock it in. Get me out there.
I think you need to double dip this weekend. You need to do wrestling tonight and a little wise guy football tomorrow.
Ain't no telling who's going to pop out under that ring with a chair. That's all I'm saying.
You could be like
that's all I'm saying, baby.
You could be Lucha Libre. You get your mask out there.
Yeah? Is that me?
Yeah, put him a mask on, take it off out there. People will go nuts.
Just get it.
Get a big Razorback painted on your chest.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Go. Let's go.
That's fun. What's it cost to get in, did you say? I'm sorry.
It's like $30, $35 general admission.
I would say this. Last time I saw Matthew wrestle in Central Arkansas was at Vino's, and it was a super intimate setting. It was awesome. I had an absolute blast there. We drank a couple cold beers, and it's a great time. Is this all ages, Matthew, or is this just 21 and up, or what's the deal?
It's all ages.
Okay. Listen, very family-friendly. I mean, there weren't kids in the one that I was at, I don't think. I don't remember seeing any in there, but, again, it is very family-friendly, though, I would say that. So I would encourage people, if you're looking for something to do tonight, starts at 8 o'clock at the Hall tonight. Go check them out and have some fun. And, listen, you guys bring that championship belt home.
Let's go.
And send me some pics if you guys when you claim the title
That's
tonight.
right.
And we'll post those on our social media and give you guys some praise.
For sure, brother. I appreciate you having us on.
All right, buddy. Good luck. Let's go Buck Nasty.
Let's go, baby.
And banging in the rock tonight at the Hall.
I love it.
I mean, what more could you possibly want? Rob, do it up, baby.
So,
That's awesome.
Dude. Baboom.
That's it. I want to see a little Buck Nasty in the dirty South.
Yes.
Show you how we do it over here.
100%. I got you, DJ.
All right, man. I love it. That's
I love
awesome.
it. That's hilarious. All right, man. See you guys.
Later, brother. Thank
Bye-bye.
you all.
All right, buddy. That is wild. Small world.
This is very small world.
This dude's been. You played NFL football and made your way back as a broadcaster. Matthew's been traveling the world wrestling people.
Wrestling.
And he's going to get after it tonight.
These boys hopping on train to train.
You can see him like a little hobo with the long stick and the knapsack. You see it.
I do.
Oh,
no
my
doubt.
gosh.
Riding the rails.
I bet Rob's he used to write a book. Yeah, but he's got some stories to tell.
Yeah.
I bet he's met some.
He sounds like a character.
He does.
He does.
Matthew's he's a kind of big, strong, silent guy.
Yeah. Big. I just remember he was big, strong guy.
Love it. Matthew's a big old white dude too. And
Yeah.
I love that you call him a fro.
He does.
He does have kind of
He had a big old fro.
He's got a lot of hair.
Yeah.
He does.
I remember that.
That's funny. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
All right, got to hit a break. 10:51. We're back in a sec.
Pretty little face on that pretty little frame, girl. But let me show you around, let me take you out, let you we can have some fun.
It's the Summer of 1,000 Engagements, and it's going on at Robert Irwin Jewelers right now. This summer, buy your diamond engagement ring, and you're going to get free diamond jewelry. Save up to 40% off during the Summer of 1,000 Engagement sale going on right now at Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Forest River RV in Sherwood, Arkansas is now open. Come celebrate during our grand opening block party, June 20th through the 22nd. We'll have free food, on-site giveaways, and fun for the whole family. Plus, take advantage of huge grand opening discounts on the top Forest River floor plans. Tour hundreds of new RVs along with the large selection of quality pre-owned RVs. Don't miss the grand opening block party at the all-new Forest River RV dealership in Sherwood, June 20th through the 22nd. Get all the details at forestriverlittlerock.com/grand opening.
A sale 200 million years in the making. It's Gwatney Buick GMC's loan and lease extinction event. Get out of that old fossil into a new GMC Sierra starting as low as $479 a month. Every new Buick on the lot at 0.9%. During Gwatney Buick GMC's loan and lease extinction event, we're rendering your current loan completely extinct. Make an appointment to get out of the dinosaur you're currently driving. 501-945-4444. 2025 Sierra 2500 HD. Right now, get up to $12,000 off MSRP. Sierra 1500 with up to $12,500 off. Terrain's at just $279 per month. It's the loan and lease extinction event at Gwatney Buick GMC, 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Some vehicles require qualifying trade-in. All offers with approved credit. Stock numbers 30833, 31064, 31456. Terrain is a low mileage lease.
Injured? Let's talk about getting help now.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
Whether injured at night, on a weekend, or a holiday,
Dial 8 for Rainwater Holds and Sexton.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Friday, Rick Schaefer and I have a great show to wrap up your week. Neil Atkinson from Bed Saracen. We go around the horn with Kevin Bohannon, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, and Ho Hog Sports, Richard Davenport, and Bart Reed, thanks to Martin Orthopedics. See you Friday on 1037 The Buzz.
Welcome back to The Zone. Our goal each day is to entertain,
Are you not entertained?
inform,
I am the smartest man alive!
And make you laugh. Let's see what the guys have in store today.
All right, we've only got a couple minutes left here. Do want to wish a happy birthday to our president, CEO,
El Presidente.
CFO. I don't know how many titles
El
Terry
Jefe.
has. Most of us wear multiple hats in the building. But anyway, Terry is celebrating a big birthday today, and so we're going to go downstairs. So listen, if the open runs a little extra, it's because we're downstairs kissing up to the boss, okay? Let us kiss the ring and eat some cheese dip. We'll be back here soon enough. Second hour, we've got the Red White Report brought to you by UAMS Ortho Now. They are in Arkansas, though. And Tom Murphy will join us as well, recap on the baseball season. And I'm going to play a clip, if you guys will hold your nose, from Jay Johnson. And I think he had a very good take on the Arkansas program and Dave Van Horn, and I think there's a lot of mutual respect there. And the thing is, as much as I don't like LSU, and I didn't like some of the stuff I saw from some of their fans, I actually had a lot of good interactions with their fans who were in Omaha, but I had a couple that were buttholes at the game.
What were you wearing?
A Buzz shirt.
Okay, that's why.
But I was with two Razorback fans, my son and another guy.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. They were the one guy was kind of over the top. The guy I was with was kind of over the top too, though. So
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. But he wasn't talking trash to them. He was just rooting for his team.
Yeah, trash.
Anyway, I'm getting all like all over the place here. But the point is, I don't even know what the point is.
You said you're gonna let us listen to something.
We're gonna play the Jay Johnson clip. Yeah, I just think there's a lot of mutual respect. I have a lot of respect for their baseball program. I think Jay Johnson does a good job. And unlike some other programs, I'm looking at you, Tennessee.
Oh.
I mean, I think they play the game the right way, and I think their guys are respectful of the game, and I think they play with, intensity and passion. I think they're really good. I think they're well coached, and again, there's a reason why they've got 7 national titles. They got a lot of history too. Their fans are entitled though a little bit, but listen, if your team goes there almost all the time, and you've won 7, I get it. It's fine. You got the right to do that. Let's hit some D3 Auto Sales text offerings here. Philip says, wasn't Buck Nasty one of the pimps on Dave Chappelle's show? Can't speak to it, but sounds
Yes,
right.
he was the biggest hater. Yeah.
The Murdochs in South Carolina, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Or Murtaugh. Yeah, we debated how to pronounce that too. Remember that? McDonald has a statue outside the track facility, and damn right he should. No doubt about it. If they named it John McDonald Track, and maybe they have, then that would be sufficient too for me. Nolan Richardson statue and rehire Bobby Petrino as head coach. That will end the curse. Well, listen, I don't know about all that. I'm glad he's on staff, though.
Yeah.
I'm also glad he's coming to Countdown to Kickoff. I heard you talking about that the other day, DJ. 7/24. That's July 24th.
Yeah.
We're at the Hall.
We are there.
You can buy tickets to the wrestling event and Countdown to Kickoff on the Hall's website right now, or you can link to it, to our event at least, 1037thebuzz.com. Thank you to Fletcher Dodge. They are the presenting sponsor. Oaklawn Sports, the Gangster Museum of America, and the Hattery of Hot Springs. Connect Service Solutions, First Trust Home Loans, and Tito's Handmade Vodka. And we have coming not only Bobby Petrino, but Taylon Green, QB1, as you referred to him yesterday. And we've got a couple other guys. Niall Davis, great running back. Casey Dick. And maybe not.
Greg Childs.
Maybe not.
What's the setup with Coach Petrino and Taylon?
I'm not setting him up for anything. I'm just going to ask him some questions.
Okay. That's all we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said this to a friend who asked before the game tonight. I don't know that I am or am not a Razorback fan, but I do expect them to poop the bed about every time they play. Listen, there's plenty of that.
You know how bad I want to throw up a couple clips on a big thing, and I want to ask. So, Coach, how did you tell Taylon in the meetings what you thought about this play? Would that be bad? I don't think he'd like that.
Let's do it. You're not going to be on stage with them.
Dang it.
Didn't Nolan sue the U of A? Yes, he sure did.
For what?
Are you serious right now?
Wrongful termination.
I didn't.
Yeah.
You weren't around for that? You didn't hear that story?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you should
You
probably do a
were
little
here.
history.
What year was that?
It was 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
I was young, 5th
Like
grade.
01,
I
02,
just got
maybe.
to Arkansas.
Justin, I'm glad you're home safe. Thank you. Appreciate that.
The Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Ouachita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Ouachita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Ouachita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
The Red White Report is brought to you daily on The Zone by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
1037 The Buzz, your exclusive Razorback headquarters in Central Arkansas. KABC Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
A government report released Wednesday shows some of the state's groundwater use is unsustainable. The report shows groundwater withdrawal in eastern and southern Arkansas, quote, remains unsustainable. However, 2 aquifers have shown a slight rebound over the last decade. The Department of Agriculture says becoming less dependent on groundwater is a priority. Taking time to cool off this summer is leading to a health scare for some families in Benton. It comes after multiple children were said to have developed burns, rashes, and irritated skin after playing at the Tyndall Park splash pad. The splash pad was shut down immediately by the city after the reports of irritation surfaced. It was later found that one of the pipes had cracked, which caused issues with the water's chemical controller. As they continue to look into the issue, city officials say the splash pad's drainage system is separate from the pipe that cracked. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Ortho Arkansas presents Razorback infielder Cam Koschel when he joins Morning Mayhem each Monday on 1037 The Buzz. Ortho Arkansas, Ortho for all.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
A heat advisory this afternoon, meaning the heat index could get around 105, the actual high temperature 94. It'll be partly cloudy with a 10% chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Then tonight, mostly clear, staying very warm and humid with an overnight low of 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
50 years of the open road. The motorcycle that launched a feeling is back. Honda of Russellville is celebrating with the 2025 50th anniversary Honda Goldwing, a legend reborn for the next generation of riders, because it's always been about the journey, not just the destination. Ride into the future with a Goldwing or Goldwing Trike in stock now at Honda of Russellville. Find us on Facebook or visit hondaofrussellville.com.
Lost in the business jungle? From new or solo proprietors to established multi-owner companies, don't monkey around with your business. There's nothing better than Lion Guidance. For exceptional communication and exceptional results, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
Here's another Whataburger DM. Miranda says, it's 2023 and still no Pico Burger. How do we get y'all to pick it back up? Miranda, we totally thought we responded to this. We know it's been a minute or two, but good news, the Pico de Gallo burger is back up. Yep, the 2 fresh beef patties covered with crisp Pico de Gallo, 2 slices of pepper jack and creamy cilantro lime sauce you love is back. And it's all thanks to you. The Pico de Gallo burger is back for a limited time. What a burger!
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite, I have a different flavor. Then, with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite.
That's what makes it for me. That's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing your schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
When Second's making a play, Short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Steven Reiser, Seth Boyd, or Todd Martin in Jacksonville today.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SHARP25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SHARP25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SHARP25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code SHARP25.
The big lot! The big lot has got the big
things are going on at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on Alcoa Road in Benton.
How big are we talking here?
How about employee pricing plus?
Plus what?
Plus sales tax paid.
My sales tax too?
We've got the inventory. We've got the deals. You pay what we pay. Plus, get your sales tax paid at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road at I-30 in Benton.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, not a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike. Got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist porcupine. He's a the type women wanna be with, and rappers hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, this is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block.
All right, welcome back. Pigskin's here. DJ Williams is here.
I'm here.
I'm here today. This is great. Christian,
good seeing you, man.
It's great to be seen. I've been watching you all week.
Yeah.
On the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's better in person.
Always.
We're in studio together most of the week next week.
Nice. Most?
Well.
No.
I have a wedding I got to go to.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
This is not my choice.
Yeah,
this is I have to go.
Outdoor wedding?
No, it's in Oregon. Actually, it might be outdoors, but it's in Oregon, so I don't care.
So you won't be here
I'm going to go hang out with a lot of people with sticks and knapsacks in downtown Portland.
You like those hobos, don't you?
I do.
Friday?
Friday I'm off.
Okay.
Maybe a couple days the week after. Got a little wine tasting going well way out there.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm so good. I appreciate you. Yeah. Anyway. Wow.
You should play Bandon Dunes while you're out there.
That's not really close, unfortunately. It's
Oh,
a
isn't
bit
it?
of a drive.
You're not on the coast?
I mean, we're north of there. It's not like it couldn't do it. It's just not convenient.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So then you got to get your clubs, and it's kind of a pain.
This is a family trip. I do want to do a trip out there to Bandon Dunes. That's on my list.
So one of your relatives is getting married?
Yeah, my first cousin.
Oh, that's nice of you to go to that.
So when I was in college, I wrapped up all of my academic failures, and then I had to do an internship.
The Santa Barbara one?
That was the last thing I did to complete my collegiate career was an internship.
What a great
for
get
credit.
that was.
And so I decided I was going to go to California and stay with my aunt because they've got TV stations there. I was like, well, let me see if one of them will take me as an intern. So they did. So I flew out there and I stayed with my aunt and uncle, and they had 2 young daughters, one of whom is being betrothed next week. So actually a week from Sunday.
So it's kind of like you're a cousin, but really a cool older uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest male cousin.
Okay.
How old's the woman in question that's getting married?
Caitlin's probably, she's early 30s.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
This is the MIT grad.
Oh.
MIT?
Yeah, that's right.
Someone in your family went to MIT?
She had a full ride to Stanford, but decided she wanted her parents to spend a bunch of money and send her to MIT instead.
Good for her.
Yeah.
They're like, I could go to Stanford for free, but I think I need that MIT grad.
What does she do? What's she majoring?
Some kind of engineering. But
She's designing missile systems.
Is that what it is?
To go to Iran right now.
The interesting thing, she's actually a fitness instructor. So, but a really smart one.
From MIT?
No, she's not.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
It's a long story, but anyway, she's real cool, and her husband to be is an engineer genius guy. He's an MIT guy too. That's what they met. So he's real smart.
I know what she's up to.
Dwayne.
It's a lot of brain power in one marriage.
They're good folks. I'm excited. It's gonna be neat. It's at a cool place out there, so that'll be cool. And then we're gonna do a little wine tasting, hang out. Kind of like a de facto family reunion.
They've been dating a long time then.
Long time.
Okay.
Yep. They live in Hawaii. Yeah, it's a good gig.
What's he do out there?
Bees wealthy. No,
Yeah.
he's I'm assuming he's making a lot of money because it ain't cheap to live out there. But I think he works remote for a company.
Okay.
But he's an engineer. Yeah, smart dude. And she's really smart too. I'm excited. It'll be fun. Anyway, quick red white report. Then we'll talk to Tom Murphy. And listen, if you got too much PTSD, I get it. If you're still too heartbroken over what happened the other night,
Understood.
I understand. If you don't want to listen to this segment for the next 5 minutes, that's okay. But we're going to talk about it for a minute. And we're also going to hear from Jay Johnson, who's the head coach at LSU. And if you don't like that, well, I'm sorry. And if you don't think I should, too bad. Get your own show.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
75% of our respondents yesterday to our question of the day think Arkansas sports are cursed. 75% of the respondents. Today, I'm guessing an overwhelming majority of you are answering, I am not going to watch the College World Series because Arkansas is not in it, and I don't care anymore. What I think is you're going to miss out on some spectacular baseball. And I will reiterate what I said earlier in the week on a number of shows. You should go to the College World Series. I don't care if Arkansas never makes it back there. If you like baseball at all, there is just a romanticism with baseball to me that is just not the same in football or basketball or any other sport.
Maybe golf?
No, not even close.
Oh.
Baseball is just a unique animal. And if you don't ever go to Omaha as a baseball fan, you have missed the boat, my friends. It is such a cool experience, and the whole city is 100% College World Series centric, and you should absolutely do it. It is an incredible, incredible thing, and it sucks when your team loses, but man, is it cool to be there. It really is. Anyway, Arkansas is a great program, regardless of a championship or otherwise. LSU's won 7 of them, and Arkansas easily could have bested them this year. They didn't, though. LSU got their number 4 out of 5 times. Jay Johnson, though, I thought it was good listening to him talk in postgame. He's got a ton of respect for Arkansas and clearly for Dave Van Horn, and that is definitely mutual. So I sort of put LSU baseball in a little different area than I do LSU football. I don't have a hatred for them like I do with football. But it would have been nice to beat them.
I said it at the beginning. I'm going to say it again. He's one of the best coaches in college baseball history.
And I don't know that there's anybody or a program that I have more respect for. And, I mean, we played at Arizona when I was at Arizona twice, 2 really good competitive games. And, coming out here in 21, it was like, it was a feeling like we have to try to catch these guys. And it just seems like we're always trying to do that, whether it's recruiting, on the field, the whole thing. And so, like, this honestly means more to me because of the respect that I have for them. I could talk about it all night. As far as that, we both are very blessed to have great players. And it's not the move, it's the execution of the player in the game. It's the execution of Jake Brown taking one of the hardest guys to hit in college baseball and staying on a ball and hitting it to left field. It's Jared Jones, staying on the ball against Aiden Jimenez, who's had a sensational season. He's a great pitcher too. It's Zack Cowan, going out there and pitching like a warrior and just doing what he's done all year. There's not many places like you wouldn't look at that and go, first team all SEC, and people feel like maybe they're a little bit disappointed. I mean, he was getting the ball tonight. It wasn't really a hard decision, in terms of lining up this tournament. And so it's not me, and I'm sure Coach Van Horn would tell you the same thing. It's the players executing. And what a game. I mean, I don't know if they do college baseball games or is ESPN Classic, is that like still around? Like they should play that game on loop for a week.
Okay, that part I disagree with Jay Johnson. I don't want to watch that game ever again. I don't need to see it ever again. I don't want to hear about it ever again. I really don't want to think about it ever again, but until Arkansas wins it all, we will be thinking about that in Oregon State, unfortunately. That's part of the deal. Anyway, that's that with baseball. And let's bring in Tom. We're going to talk a little more about it and get some perspective on this whole schmear. He is with the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. He's on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Good Friday, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I got several points based on the length of time I've been listening to you. One, I wholeheartedly agree with you on going to Omaha and just being in town during the World Series. I was there 15 nights in 2018, the year that I think every game Arkansas played was impacted by a weather delay or postponed for the next day or whatever, including the championship series. So, yes, on that. Two, Jay Johnson, I knew he felt that way about Dave Van Horn and that program, and it's nice to hear him because I had not heard that yet. So, mutual respect, absolutely. Three, your poll was 75%. Whatever that was,
Cursed.
That's recency bias.
Yeah, is it?
And not watching. Was that the night? I'm not going to watch the College World Series, or what was that?
That's today. Yeah, I'm not. Are you going to watch the World Series? Yes or no?
75% said no.
No, we don't have numbers on that yet. But I'm saying 75% was they think Arkansas athletics are cursed, and not just baseball.
Oh, yeah, that's recency bias right there.
How recent?
But I will say,
20 years.
A lot of memes after the game that night were basically fans saying we were waiting for this. We knew this was going to happen. You wait on pins and needles, and to see that thing the way it developed that inning, it was so heartbreaking because he comes back from 3-1 and gets the strikeout on the first guy. The second guy, Curiel, that's a routine 4-3. If Robinette, to me, I think he's been a really solid fielder. But his decision-making on ones that he needs to get or he needs to let go has been a little bit suspect, so he's got to get better at that.
Yep.
But if he knew where Cam Koja was positioned, he would have known to retreat to first base. That would have been out two with nobody on base.
Yeah,
it's a completely different game at that point.
I think Rick pointed out, too, yesterday that it's a left-handed batter, too, so you got to know, like, Koja was going to be shading to first base.
Exactly. And if you see the replay, Koja was right behind him.
Oh, yeah, great shape.
To field it. And it turns into a routine play. So that's a little bit of a mental mistake. But then Zahiva, mental mistake. And then Davalon, more of a physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, it was in the light. He slipped on the wet grass. And it's just really hard because he's falling now to get his glove right on that ball. Yeah, on a different day, he probably makes that catch 9 out of 10 times. But right then, and here's the thing. Some of that is like Arkansas fans expecting something to happen. It did. But LSU also, other than the routine double play grounder by Milam, they forced Arkansas to make those decisions. That ground by Curiel, Robinette had to make a decision. Davalon, that was a hard hit line drive. And he had to make a decision, stay up. I mean, Is it coming right at me, up, back? And then he slipped. So I went on the radio before this started, and I said, I think Arkansas is the better team this year. I think they're deeper. They have, I just think they have a better hitting lineup and all. But there's something about that LSU mystique, the purple and gold, when you get to Omaha, that adds some element that you can't define. But I think it came fully into play on this one. Oh, and finally, if fans don't want to hear it, listen back in. It's cathartic. You talk it through and you feel better about things,
I got a couple of thoughts. First of all, I have been in Omaha covering the team when I was at KTV when they had 0-2 trips. And frankly, when they went to Omaha, I didn't feel like they had a great shot to win the whole thing. It wasn't even in my mindset. It would have been nice to win a game or two. Every year they go now, Tom, I expect them to win the whole thing because the program is good enough to do that, and they've got the roster to do it in most years. The last couple of seasons, as Dave's pointed out, they didn't have great teams. This team was good enough to get there, and they certainly could have, but baseball, right? Now, I expect them to be in the mix every year, and if they make it, I expect that they've got a shot to win it, which I didn't always feel that way. UCLA had no shot to win the championship this year. Murray State, nice story, had no shot to win a championship this year. Arkansas was there not that long ago, even under Dave Van Horn. They have grown as a program to a different level where they should be expected to win those things.
Agreed. I think there were only 3 teams that really had, maybe Oregon State, but the 2 that are in the finals, and then Arkansas. Those were the 3 teams, Coastal, LSU, Arkansas, that really were in best position. I wish Arkansas and LSU had been in different brackets and were playing championship, where your pitching is a lot more like lined up with what you want and all that. Look, I thought Arkansas had the mojo this year. I just thought the combination of the infusion of hitters and, more physical hitters, Maxwell. I mean, there was so much depth to their order with these new guys that I thought they had the right mojo, the right mental mindset, the right motivation, and enough pitching to get it done. But we will be talking when February rolls back around about how good Arkansas baseball is going to be again, no matter who they sign, who gets drafted. So you're right. That's the status of the program, and Jay Johnson recognizes that.
I hope that Gackle and Helfrich don't go anywhere. And the way they talked about Dave Van Horn after the season ended, and we're going to play that in our rewind today, I don't anticipate they will. There are a few other guys that could come back. I think it was Drive Time went through the entire roster yesterday, which can be a little tedious at times. But it was also interesting because I was like, okay, you think about who's a junior, who's a sophomore, who's going to get drafted, who's potentially going to get drafted, who might come back for another season. Guys like Justin Thomas, who, absolutely was the MVP for them in the World Series. He was phenomenal. He's a guy that batted 9th last year that might be your leadoff guy next season. And Dave called him his second leadoff guy anyway, and there's a lot of coaches that like to say that it's a cliche, but he truly was for them. He was outstanding. Really, the bottom of the lineup did a nice job for the most part. Robinette's another guy you expect to be back probably. But you got a pretty good core group coming back next year, Tom, and they always do a good job of putting pieces in around them.
You do, and Kojal was a sophomore, so I think he will be back if this is what he wants, and it seems like he really enjoys NWA. So I expect he would be back. But you're right, the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9, Iredale had a really good game against LSU. The inning where they got the 2 runs, that was Robinette single, Iredale double, Thomas single. That's how they scored those runs. I hate it for Cahillo that he didn't hit a home run for the last, I don't know how many at-bats, probably 55, 56 at-bats of the year. And he just seemed to, be struggling a little bit.
He did.
And I hate that for him because I think if he'd have been on fire, it would have changed things. And but Arkansas fans, Van Horn has this fan base conditioned to believe they're going to be in the hunt, and it's a great place to be. And I think they in 18 and in this year they might have had the best teams, but they didn't win it.
I won't compare my lack of athletic achievement or academic achievement, athletic achievement to others, but I will say this, for those who are feeling for Davlon, and I hate that that's going to be his lasting memory of his last game, but I was just thinking about my senior year, and I'm not joking, this is not bragging, I didn't have that many opportunities, but I don't think I ever had an error in my entire career until my last game. And this is a weird story, Tom. So we had this little dip in the outfield. We had a really nice baseball program in my high school, and we had a really nice baseball ballpark, And unlike the Murray State coach, our head coach actually did mow the field. But he, for some reason, I have no idea why, rest in peace, Coach Gebhardt, he decided before the playoffs that he was going to re-sod this portion of the outfield that had a little bit of a dip in it. And so, like, it became kind of a mound. And so there was a ball that was hit to straightaway center, and I'm going back on it. And all of a sudden, like, it kind of rises up, and I tripped on it. I never understood how guys could play in that center field in Houston.
You had Taos Hill out there.
Yeah. And so I call it Mount Gebhardt now. But and I trip, and I fall right on my butt, and the ball drops basically between my legs right in front of me. And so the guy ends up scoring. They get a double, whatever. And then later in the game, we're still in the game. Bases are loaded. I'm on third. And my buddy goes to – I don't know why they did this, but they suicide bunted. He was a second hitter. And they suicide squeeze it. And he pops it up.
Oh.
And they turn a triple play.
Oh.
A triple play. And we lose.
All because of – that's almost worse than my Sugar Bowl drop ball.
Well, yours had more at stake. But anyway, I will tell you this. It's 30-something years later. I'm over it now.
Are you?
Eventually. But it never occurred to me. I'm like, it sucks. It's just a hard way to finish. And I hate it for the guys that did so much to get them to this point, Tom. But I do think, time heals all wounds, right?
I think with Davalon's thing, God, I really don't see I don't put it on him at all. That was just a tough play. The other ones bug me way more because it's decision-making.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't I guess you don't look at that play and say, what was he thinking? We don't do that with Charles Davalon.
No, you can't make a mental error. But baseball's hard enough without making mental errors. And Tom, you know this. So you got to know what you're going to do with the baseball before it comes to you. And to your point about Robinette, that one's a hair more nuanced. It's hard to get mad at a guy for chasing a ball down that he can get to. But at the same time, like, it's like a dog chasing a car. If you catch it, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
Doesn't do you any good to have it in your hand. You can't throw it at the guy. It's not dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate that Gibbler fell off the mound a little bit and was a little slow, and it would have been a really tough play even if he'd have thrown it on the money. But yeah, Vahiva, one of the greatest players in Arkansas baseball history.
No doubt.
As the broadcast team pointed out, it's a pretty standard double play. Milam didn't get out of the box great, and if he just goes to second and Cam turns it, the game is over. And that's just so heartbreaking. And he felt that. You could see it in his eyes. So, and DJ, I don't remember what you're referencing in the Sugar Bowl, man.
Yeah,
I honestly don't.
The play before Ryan Mallett threw his pick, it was to me, and I turned up field because I thought I had the ball secured, and I'm trying to go score, and I dropped the ball. And so we run the exact same play again, but we just switched sides, and this time he throws it to Jarius. Defense had the good play call on. So, if I don't drop that ball, ain't no telling.
Were you already first down distance at that point?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I've never forgiven you.
Another.
I just wanted to go score.
That will.
Yeah.
That will sit with you, DJ. That I get it. And I actually had forgotten that play, and I don't think about you in that light at all. But my boy from Georgia, Julian Horton, if they just understand what's happening, and not just fall on it, because it doesn't matter if Ohio State recovers it back there.
Yeah,
try to stay on your feet and score it. And Terrell Pryor was hurt at that point. I don't know if he can even go back on the field. They're not going down the field on y'all if you score a touchdown right there.
No, that's where
that might be the big.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, that just might be the biggest heartbreak Arkansas football game of all. It's certainly one of them.
I'd be very curious.
How about the SEC championship game? We're still having a hard time.
I'd be very curious to know what the coaches said because we were down on the opposite 20-yard line trying to figure out how we're going to go down and score in 40 seconds, and then we hear the punt. We're like, "What happened?" That it was blocked. I wonder if in that moment, if the coaches said, "Hey, if we block this, scoop and score." I wonder if that was because. You would hate that you would have to say that, but just in case, because it was a full-out block.
Yeah. They ran a block?
It was.
Oh, yeah. It was all in because we needed it,
Man.
That Colton Miles Nash picture, we had it on the front page of the ADP the next day. He was totally late. It was one of the greatest punt blocks you'll ever see. And I think it was before the rule change.
Yeah.
About diving over the blockers. But
that's not Colton Nash is not the first name I remember. It's Wandy Pierre-Louis. That's the guy I remember.
Who's that?
He's the guy who covered the he's the one that scored the touchdown after the Reggie Fish fumble.
Ooh.
But a different game.
Ouch.
But it's still sticks with me.
Ouch.
And they're play-by-play. I'll never forget it. His call of that It just sticks with me. Makes me sick. Anyway, we can talk about more heartbreak at another time, Tom. But we're going to turn the page and try to have a good, happy weekend. And what do you think about the matchup?
What did DJ Williams vote on? Is the program cursed? What did he vote?
Do you think
I don't think it's cursed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you, DJ.
I don't believe in. I'm not superstitious. I'm not even a little stitious. I don't believe in curses, and I don't get into jinxes or anything else. But it is a pretty unfortunate series of events that have afflicted Arkansas sports.
Mm-hmm. But, like, I've also seen in some situations, kind of like baseball, enough of it was in our control to win.
You're right.
You know, you could point out one thing like, oh, that was a bad bounce, but there's so many other things. If we never should have been in that situation in the first place.
Yeah, but you would expect a tailor-made ground ball hit to your shortstop, who's your best player, maybe the best player ever at his position in the history of the school, and maybe the best shortstop in America. If he's not, he's one of the top two.
Moment got big
to make that play.
I don't know if he's ever been in a situation where everything's on the line.
Tom, I can't help but wonder, and I don't know if he'll ever actually sit down for an interview, but he never made it to the post game. Apparently, he was interviewed on the field afterwards by someone, and he got there late, and they told him don't come in the middle of the press conference, which was dumb. Whoever did that should be fired, because everybody wanted to hear from him. And again, it's not to beat him up or to ridicule him or anything else. I'm just like, are you thinking I'm going to throw to third and Iredale's going to throw to first for a double play? Did you just not think about the double play? Did you think there were two outs? Did you think I just got to get the lead runner? I'm curious as a baseball fan what was going through your head.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the runner was right there in front of him, and then maybe it crossed his mind, I'm going to get the lead runner, and as opposed to I'm in a great position to turn two here.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't turn two, it's just first and third,
right, with two outs.
With 2 outs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I just hate that, man, that
you know,
he had such a great career.
It reminds me of, like, those situations that pop up, like, if they happen to be in a circumstance where this happens, you hope they do the right thing. And I'll say this, that's a nod. When I went to New England, Bill Belichick, most of all he really focused on were these very unique situations where most of us are just like, what are the odds that's going to happen?
Yeah,
that doesn't pop up so often, but
he was also.
But when it does show up, people know what to do.
Yeah, like Bill Belichick used to think, what if a 23-year-old wants to sleep with me? He's like, you never know, it could happen.
And
it could happen.
And we were thinking, there's no shot, right?
No chance.
And he was ready.
He's like, do your job.
Here's another scenario for you guys. On that block punt in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
DeAnthony Curtis, I'm pretty sure, DJ, you might remember, I think he was an upperclassman, maybe a senior.
Yeah.
He was right there.
Mm.
And I think if DeAnthony had been the one to get to the ball, better.
Oh, yeah.
He might have stayed on his feet rather than, I think Julian might have been a freshman.
Well, he was. And the thing, we do that in practice every week where they let us block it. It's just part of it. And then, somebody scoops it and the whole team runs into the end zone. It's like trying to build muscle memory. Do it all the time.
There is a little bit of a comp there, too, Tom, to me, because the almost easier safe play is throwing to third. The easier safe play is just falling
just
the ball.
Fall on it.
Because if you try to pick it up and you bumble it, and they get it back, then
doesn't matter.
Right, that's a good point.
Yeah,
it's a little different.
It's
a little different.
Zero risk.
But, yeah, I mean, and again, I don't know how much easier the throw to third was than second. We'll never know. Also, I think Iredale was a little gun-shy, too, Tom, because he still might have had time to throw Milam out at first, but he had a couple of struggles defensively, and I don't think he didn't even act like he was even thinking about throwing to first. So
you're right. You're right. That's a good point. You know what? I think what I take from all this is be bold. Just
be bold. That's it. You got to play to win. Don't play to be safe. Don't play to be careful. It's like if you're supposed to chip it and you putt it from 30 yards off the green, that ain't the right play. You got to make the right play.
Yeah.
And then let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
That's our final parting shot from Tom Murphy. I like it. That's life advice right there, buddy. Tom, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you very much, and we will heal together, and we will talk next week.
Sounds great.
See you, brother. All right. Love Tom. Tom's got a little life perspective.
Yeah, he does.
Dave Van Horn's got a lot of life perspective.
A lot.
I have restaurant perspective. Does that make you feel better?
What kind of restaurant perspective?
Fried Chicken Friday perspective.
Oh, how'd you know?
Cash, downtown, yum. Pigskin. Maybe one of these days, Rush will let us come over and do the show. Wouldn't that be fun? Go over and do the show at Cash on a Friday and eat some fried chicken?
Just let me know.
Oh, buddy.
What time do they open on Fridays for their lunch?
11.
What are we doing?
Waiting for the invite. Why don't you send a text to the chef?
Yeah.
Hey, chef, 501-850-0265. You don't need to call ahead to go grab lunch, but if you want a dinner reservation, you can go to their website or call. And the website's cachelittlerock.com, C-A-C-H-E, littlerock.com. If you need special event space, up to 150 people, incredible service, a great planning staff, and they will help your event go off without a hitch. Nobody wants any hitches in their planning. You know
Can't
what I mean?
do that.
No, I do not want it. Anyway, lots of good things happening at Cache. Go see our friends down there. And after 4 o'clock, get free valet parking. You go down there for lunchtime. There's plenty of parking during the day.
Yeah.
But at nighttime, there's a little more going on. You got to have that free valet parking. Now, tip your valet, please. Tip your waiter. Tip your bartender. But, yeah, for special events, especially if you're thinking about something for the holidays, get on it soon, folks. Go see our friends at Cache. I'm going to go squeeze Joey in, then we're going to hit the break, get Zack from Oaklawn in. What's up, Joey?
Hey, guys. Thank you. Sorry, I'm swallowing the rest of my burger.
That's okay.
The big one that hangs out at me is not so much. You can hang your hat every day, and I'm a baseball lifer, and I'm getting too old, and I've only got so many. We'll get it next year's in me.
Yep.
But with runners on, guys, we were 3 for 26. 3 for 26 with runners in scoring position, and we've had offensive explosions, and where we've just, if you remember the Texas series, they never had a chance.
Yeah.
You know, we showed up that weekend, and I was there at the first game, there at the Murray State game. If you look at it all together, really with every team, it's been pitching masterpieces so far.
Yeah.
So I hang my hat on the fact that we did set College World Series history with Gage Wood's performance. We can definitely rest on that, but our offense wasn't. You know, we can't say that our 2, 3, 4 guys, the heart of our lineups, were just hitting the ball because they weren't.
Well, 3, 4, 5, 6 was the issue for the most part for me. I talked about this going into the LSU game, and then Helfrich hit the bomb, which was great, and Maxwell started coming alive the last couple. He had 2 hits in the game before, and then he had, I don't know, a hit or 2 maybe on in the last LSU game. But 3, 4, 5, 6 in the first 3 games of the World Series, they were 5 of 40, Joey. So they were definitely not helping. And that's the heart of your order. You got to get production out of those guys.
Yeah, and like I said, I think it was the first. You know, you're throwing your best arms because you're just in survival mode to make it to the next day.
Yep. Well, the defense cost them the game, but to your point, they left 2 guys stranded at third, and you had Kojal up in 1, he struck out, and you had Vahiva up in 1, and he I think he struck out also. So you did miss some opportunities to score another couple runs too.
That's where I look at it. I'm like, hey, it was the advantage we had that everybody, Vegas included, had us favored to win this thing because it was that offensive factor that no one else truly on paper compared to.
That's a great
but
point.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the call. Appreciate you. 11:36, Zack Gillham at Oaklawn coming up.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Ouachita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is SportsCenter.
Many say it's the best 2 words in sports. Game 7 and the Pacers forced it last night as they dominated the Thunder, winning 108-92 in a game that wasn't close beyond the first quarter. Heading into the 4th, Indiana led by 30. It was by committee as Indiana's leading scorer was Obi Toppin, who had 20 points. OKC had arguably their worst game of the year, shooting 8 of 30 from 3 and turning it over 21 times. This will be the first Game 7 in the NBA since the Warriors and the Cavs in 2016. The Cavs won that game on the road. The Pacers will have to do the same in this series as it heads back to Oklahoma. Tip-off for that game will be at 7 o'clock on Sunday. TV coverage will be on ABC. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
When you golf in Missouri, the courses are so close you'll spend more time on the fairway than the freeway. After the back nine, enjoy world-class dining and distilleries, shops and spas, museums, and more. Find your new golf MO at visitmo.com.
Hey, you know what? There's no reason to be that excited unless you're coming to Robert Irwin Jewelers to buy your diamond engagement ring. During the summer of 1,000 engagements, we're giving away 1,000 carats of diamonds. With every purchase of $999 or more, you're going to get free diamond jewelry at Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Like what?
Diamond stud earrings.
1,000 engagements.
1,000 carats of diamonds.
One crazy summer.
5 locations or online at rijewelers.com. Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Mega Millions now has better odds, bigger prizes, and the highest starting jackpot in America. Top prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What else is new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Want to get into the zone but can't call? Hit us up on our Wed Davis Lumber Plus live fan feedback or by texting our D3 Auto Sales text line at 501-661-1037.
All right, everybody, welcome back in. Before we get to Zack Gillham from Oaklawn, talk about big Game 7 coming up. I know Kristen's a little nervous about it, but I feel good about it. We'll talk the odds with that here in just a second. Before we get cranked up, on top of my friends over there at Jones & Son, once again, take advantage of all the great deals that they have. And when it comes to financing options, they're going to take care of you and make sure you have the best price out there. I know a lot of people are looking for fine jewelry. When it comes to that, it comes with a price tag. It is what it is. You want nice stuff, it's going to cost you. But you want to make sure you get the best deal while doing so. So this is what they got over there at Jones & Sons. Michael M. Vahan, Viraggio, all those top big-name brands that when you wear something, everybody knows exactly what it is. Well, if you're looking for a good price, you go in and you say, hey, I'm going to try to find something somewhere else. Let's say, by all means, we'll see you when you get back because you won't find a better price. And for some reason, if you do, they got a best price match guarantee. Also, when it comes to your engagement rings, I always tell this, you want something unique, something that no one else has, beyond that great quality rock at a fraction of the price. They got a great design team at Jones & Son. So if your lady has something kind of in her head that she's kind of been thinking about, all you have to do is take it over there to the team, and they'll make sure that whatever that is in your head, they can forge that up and fit it perfectly on that finger. I mean, it's a big-time moment, big-time question, big-time decision. Might as well have a big-time ring to go with the situation. So please go visit my friends over there at Jones & Son. The location, 11121 Rodney Parham Road. Been in the same place for over 30 years because they take care of their own. Go visit my friends at Jones & Son.
Now it's time to look at the odds on the biggest sporting events of the weekend. It's Better Bets with Oaklawn's Vice President of Racing and Wagering, Zack Gillham. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Can I just say,
yes,
how much more I love that new Open?
I like that. It sounds official.
The verbiage on the last one had me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What was the verbiage on the last one?
It's like the
biggest lines or biggest
lines
bets,
of the
or
weekend,
I don't remember.
yeah,
Yeah, it was like something was a little bit. I don't know. It was weird.
Locked in now, though?
Yeah, I mean, Kristen's the best. That's what it is.
Who's this?
This is The Who. You know?
I've heard of The Who, yes.
Yeah. We're going to watch
CSI?
We're going to go back and we're going to listen to The Who, and we're going to watch Archie Griffin tape.
Archie Griffin tape?
The only man to win 2 Heismans.
Okay.
Try to keep up.
Wait, Tebow didn't win 2?
Huh?
Tebow didn't win 2?
Hell no, he shouldn't even won 1. He probably should have won 1.
Who did he get beat by?
Who?
Tebow. The second year.
He beat
Darren.
Oh, he did
D-Mac.
come back the year. Huh?
I know he beat D-Mac. That was when he was a sophomore.
Yeah, when
right?
he came back as a Heisman Trophy
Troy
winner.
Smith from Ohio State.
That
He
was-
lost to Troy Smith?
D-Mac
so.
lost to Troy Smith.
Yeah.
And
First
Tebow?
year, and then
Tebow.
lost to Tebow
Those were
the
the
second
two he
year.
lost to.
Who Tebow lose to the
Troy
second
won
year?
the second one.
No, Troy won the first one.
Yeah,
Troy won the first one, then Tebow won the second one.
but Tebow came back the year after his Heisman Trophy win, right?
Was it Sam Bradford?
Yeah, I think
Did
so.
Sam Bradford
Oh,
win
that
it
could be
year?
it. Okay, I have to go back and look.
How did
Every
Tebow
time I
beat
know
Tebow?
there's a Heisman Trophy winner, I have to go back and look at what year they won and who they beat out. I can never remember.
I think 08 was Sam Bradford.
And the good news is it's 2025, and it doesn't matter anymore.
And given, I mean, we were a talented team when D-Mac got first runner-up to Tebow. But, like, did they not take into account that team they had over there at Florida?
Well, he went 2020, so that he wasn't going to lose.
I don't care.
Well, Troy Smith shouldn't have won it ahead of him, but they
You know
won
what I
more.
mean?
Fellas, just keep in mind, Paul Hornung won on a 3-7 Notre Dame team over Jim Brown.
Well, there's been a lot of change of law since then, Pigskin.
Yeah.
Andre
One was
Dawson
white.
won. Andre Dawson won the MVP in the NL on a last place Cubs team once too. That'll never happen again.
Oh, he was a freak that year.
He was. But
87?
Yep.
Yeah, he was so good.
that was good. You know, Dale Murphy was still playing. For the Braves
47
then.
home runs.
Okay.
That's it.
Dale
Big
Murphy.
break. Yeah, he was awesome.
Should
Like
be a Hall of
one
Famer.
of our best. He should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know you've been beating that drum.
What position did he play, DJ?
Say what?
What position did he play?
Yeah.
Played for the Braves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he batted fourth. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, I'm going to let DJ off the hook here. What's going on?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
We're fine. I hope you like your new Open, too. Let's get into it.
Thought it was great.
World Series, a lot of our fans and listeners, mostly listeners, I think we get a lot of hate listeners. Anyway, they are not going to watch the World Series. I am. I'm locked in. I can't wait. I assume LSU is favored to win the championship. What about first game odds and overall?
Yeah, so first game, LSU minus 167 right now. On the run line, you're getting plus 115 if you give up that run and a half. Total at 8. And then to win it all, LSU is favored minus 186. But, you know, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity if you want to go against those Tigers. You're getting plus 150 on Coastal Carolina.
Oh, take them. 26 wins in a row? Come on now. Although LSU looks like a team of destiny after the other day, too, so who knows. I think it's going to be a great matchup, though. I hope it's close. I hope it's good. I hope the pitchers pitch well. I hope these are a couple, 2-hour and 27-minute games, and they're really, really well pitched, and they're 2-1, 1-zip, something like that. I love those games. Anyway, would a 28-game winning streak to end the season be a record? It's got to be close. That's insane.
You'd think so.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the one Christian really cares about the most. The NBA Finals. We are set for Game 7, Zach. It is very exciting, although Christian was hoping there wouldn't be one. What are the odds on OKC? I assume the favorite. Any player props yet? What are we looking at?
Yeah, so OKC is favored. It's actually moved already a point today. They were 8.5 about 8:30 this morning. They're down to 7.5. So the Thunder 7.5-point favorites. Total in this one at 215.5. And there are a plethora of player props on the board: points, threes, assists, rebounds, specials, top point scorer, first field goal scorer. So there's a lot. Any specific players you guys want to hear about?
What's SGA's points over under?
100 points.
So SGA's, so you have many different options. His 40-plus is at 250, 35-plus 115, 30-plus is at minus 205. And then if you want to go to the individuals right now, his number is actually set at 32.5.
What about, can I bet against 30-plus, or is it just these are yes markets?
So those are yes markets. If you want to go under right now, you would be wanting to look under 32.5.
Okay, what's the under 32.5?
Minus 110.
I like that. That's even money. Sorry, Christian.
He's got to score 32.5 or we lose.
Okay. We like over.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal with your sourpuss face on Monday if they lose.
Well, if we lose, I think I'm going to take up knitting. I'm just going to stop caring about sports at all.
You know what's interesting? You guys were talking about, how much easier life would be if you didn't care.
It would be.
The Reggie Fish game broke me. I'm not joking. I was watching the game. I really felt great about their chances. And when he fumbled that ball, and again, I'm not mad at Reggie Fish. It's fine.
Right.
We've all had our moments. I've done a lot of stupid stuff or had bad mistakes and things that I should be, do properly too. But I'm like, I can't care about sports this much anymore. And I have never cared about sports that much again. I have perspective now. So for you true fans out there who just go absolutely ape every time there's a sporting event, I applaud you. I just don't have the wherewithal to do it anymore. I can't do it. I
I
can't
may
care
not
that
if
much.
we lose this one.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, as I get older, I can get very into it leading into and during the event, but I've gotten better at getting over things after they happen. So,
yeah.
Hey, and Christian, if you really want to look forward to next year, I know you're more focused on Sunday, but we do have the odds for NBA Championship 2025-2026 on the board.
Ooh.
Thunder are overwhelming favorites. They are plus 200. Cavs and Knicks behind them at 9-1.
I would imagine even if they lost, they'd still be the favorite next year.
Zach, what else is we got golf tournament this weekend, I assume. We're still a couple weeks away from the Open Championship, but there's golf this weekend, yeah?
Yeah, this is one of the best tournaments of the year. The Travelers, Scotty Scheffler, big shocker. He is your favorite after firing a very hot first round. Minus 162 currently on the board. Roy, your second choice at 7-1. Keegan Bradley, 16-1. And then this weekend, for those soccer lovers, football lovers, the Konkafka Gold Cup is ongoing. USA plays Haiti on Sunday at 6 p.m. They are pretty heavy favorites, but there's a lot of options. You can get some goal lines, Asian handicaps, more than just the money line there.
DJ's big CONCACAF guy.
How'd you know?
Oh, just huge.
You got odds on the Wise Guys game Saturday?
That's a great question.
No odds on the Wise Guys games. Let's keep an eye on that for second season next year.
We are going to the game on Saturday. We're going to talk to their general manager on the other side of the break, so we're going to get to that, Zach. But I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if you're going to make it to the game Saturday. I know you're usually working, but we will be over at the arena on Saturday. If you're in the neighborhood, come by and say hello. Love to see you.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to go to that first game. It was a ton of fun. You guys are going to have a blast, and you will see me there unless something crazy happens. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oaklawn's a big sponsor, I know, of the Wise Guys, supporting all kinds of things in the community. We appreciate that. All right, buddy, we'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. You guys have a great weekend.
All right, go see Zach and the folks over at Oaklawn Sports, online at oaklawnsports.com. You can download the app for your iPhone or your Android, or just pop in the casino and throw your money down on something interesting this weekend. We're back with the GM of the Wise Guys.
But now I see what happened is the way that people respond to summer madness. The weather is hot.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hawks Homes are great for duck clubs, hunting clubs, classrooms, and if you need affordable housing, we have 5 bedrooms for under $110,000. All prices include delivery anywhere in the state, setup, underpinning, central heat, and air conditioning. If you have any land problems, no problem. They'll help you find some and help you get the utilities and prep and set up all in the loan. Located in Conway and Bryant, check out the inventory online at hawkshomes.net.
This is the Pigskin Preacher bringing you the word. Timothy Chalamet was sensational in channeling a young Bob Dylan in the film A Complete Unknown. He also willingly played the game in making rounds for his Oscar campaign. He didn't win, but his honesty about wanting to win was refreshing. He said, "I spent 5.5 years of my life on this project. Of course I want to win." Chalamet teaches us an important lesson. Do your very best, whether you win or not, and then your work will speak for itself. How many double B's must a man walk in before they say, "Welcome to Double B's"? The answer, my friend, is taking you to Double B's. The answer is taking you to Double B's. Y'all be cool. See you at Double B's, cats.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter Agent Christy Pettit in Maumelle, Chad Kesterson in Arkadelphia, or Bo Beavis in Cabot today.
The big lot. The big lot has got the big
lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram treats you like family because right now you get employee pricing plus.
Employee pricing plus?
You pay what we pay, plus get incentives you don't normally see with employee pricing, like interest rates as low as 3.9% APR on Ram half-ton trucks at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on Alcoa Road in Benton.
Employee pricing plus. I get it.
See dealer for details.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
Being a gangster was better than being president of the United States. Even before I first wandered into the cab stand for an after-school job, I knew I wanted to be a part of them.
A type player plays his cards right.
That's right. Play your cards right and get down to be a gangster with the Wise Guys in Hot Springs this weekend. DJ's going to be a gangster this weekend.
I'll be a gangster.
I'm going to be a Wise Guy as well.
Yeah.
We're going to get some merch. Let's talk to Chris Goodman, the general manager of the Wise Guys. They are back at home this weekend. They are, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, 2-1 on the season so far?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we should be 3-0, but that loss in Iowa, we got some stuff corrected after that. Excuse me, and then went up to Duluth, Minnesota, and took down the number one team and defending champs. So that was pretty nice.
Well, there is a little something about going to Waterloo and playing the Woo. I mean, the league is owned by the Woo's owner. Controversy, maybe. I don't know. They're not going to let you go up there and get a win.
Right. No, they've done great things up there outside of being the league owner's team. They do great things.
Well, when I saw the numbers and the response, I thought to myself, these guys have got to be thrilled. How do you feel about the response you guys have gotten from the fan base and the reception and the turnout so far?
Oh, man, you can't say enough about the city of Hot Springs and the state of Arkansas. And, whenever you go into having a first-year team, going into that first game, you don't know what you're going to get. And then to go out there and have almost 2,000 fans, which we're on pace to break this game, it's incredible.
So I was trying to tell folks earlier, for a family-friendly event, you just can't beat the pricing. I mean, you're inside in the summer of Arkansas. I mean, you just can't go wrong here. So give people an experience sort of preview. What are you going to get? What are the basic costs? Give me an idea what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so for those who don't have kids, at 7 o'clock we kick off our Bud Light pregame party right out there in the concourse, music, just really having fun, getting the atmosphere ready for the game. And then, of course, 8 o'clock is the throw-off. Tickets range from $45 to $15 for adults. Tickets are selling out quick. I think we've got a couple of lower bowl tickets left, and then the upper bowl, of course, is ready. So, families wanting to come out, $15. Kids are $5 off for every ticket. And then, of course, we're doing our first responders and medical personnel appreciation game this weekend as well. So check out our social media. We got a discount code posted for all those men and women who serve our communities to get a free ticket.
There you go. It's a great weekend to have a medical emergency. You're going to be surrounded by people who can help you. But we're not going to do that. We're going to have fun. The only people who want to have heart palpitations will be our opponents. You guys are playing the Lunkers this weekend?
Yes, sir. The Ozarks Lunkers out of Springfield, Missouri. We've had some pretty good recruiting battles with them. They got 2 players up there playing for them that I wanted to keep in the state of Arkansas, but they decided to go up there and play.
Who have been the stars of your show so far?
Yeah, so of course, if you've seen any of our footage posted anywhere, Aaron Dilworth is just incredible. Wide receiver out of Texas. He's the guy that's catching all the footballs going over the wall. Of course, we got Jordan Ambrose at quarterback. He's doing great things. He reminds me a little bit of a KJ Jefferson-esque type player. He can run, he can throw, and he'll bulldoze some DBs over. And then, of course, some of the newer guys that we've signed this week, Coach Bones really got out there and recruited. Vincent Hobbs, he played with the Cleveland Browns for 2 years as a tight end. We couldn't get DJ, so we had to go find somebody else to take over that tight end role. Then Quay Hicks is a former Georgia running back that we were able to get out here as well.
When you mentioned your quarterback reminds you of KJ Jefferson, I thought you meant that he would leave you guys at the drop of a hat for more money. So I hope that's not the case.
Well, I'm hoping not.
Okay. What time does everything kick off? 7 o'clock, you said, for the pre-party? 8 o'clock for first throw, the throw-off, is that what you said?
Yes, sir. 8 o'clock is when the game starts.
All right. We got full concessions and all kinds of fun and a very affordable, cool night out for the family Saturday in Hot Springs. It's the Lunkers and the Wise Guys.
Go.
Let's get to it.
I got a chance to meet AD and Ambrose. Like I said, they're pretty cool dudes. Can't wait to see them connect.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, DJ's going to be there, Chris. So will I. So we'll post some social media stuff. And for those who haven't made it down, we'll let them see what it's all about. And we'll come back and fill them all in on Monday.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're grateful to have you guys out and can't wait for you to experience the game.
All right. Hope DJ doesn't screw up the coin toss.
I won't.
Okay. We'll see.
Heads or tails? Oh, you want to bet on it?
Oh, no. Got to talk to Zack about that.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. See you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, very good. Back in a second in the zone.
And there was Anthony Stabile,
How you doing?
Frankie Carbone, and then there was Mo Black's brother, Fat Andy, and his guys, Frankie the Wop, Freddie No Nose, And then there was Pete the Killer, who was Sally Balls' brother.
Took care of that thing for you.
And you had Nicky Eyes.
What's up, guy?
And Mikey Francesi.
That guy, yeah, I want to see him.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Washita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Washita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Washita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
Summer is here, so it's time to get out and experience the natural state. And there's no better way than in a new Hyundai from Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway, where they say yes to new Hyundais loaded with technology for less per month than your cell phone bill. You'll get America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai Assurance. You've got to check it out.
Right now, get financing as low as 2.99% and new Elantras as low as $24,410 at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway. WACC, dealer for details.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
1037 The Buzz.
You know how I am. You guys know how I am. I don't forget anything.
Crushing all the competition.
So you can take that to the bank.
Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
Some leaders here in the state are taking steps to try to help with what they say is an incoming energy crisis. The Arkansas Advanced Energy Association says the state is on the verge of an energy crisis as soon as 2028. It's due to coal plants which are expected to shut down, like the one in Newark in Mississippi County. Officials there are already taking steps to try and help solve the problem. The Arkansas Advanced Energy Association will be speaking to Independence County leaders soon to share information on the crisis. The AAA reports the state's average for gas is about $2.85 per gallon of regular unleaded fuel. That is 7 cents more than last week. The conflicts involving Israel can indirectly raise them by sparking fears of more instability, which could disrupt oil supply from the Middle East. There's no time frame as to when gas prices will go back down, but according to Gas Tracker, the lowest price in Arkansas is $2.69 per gallon. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Edwards Food Giant presents Razorback Baseball color analyst and Drive Time Sports co-host Rick Schaefer every Tuesday morning on Morning Mayhem. Rick will share his special take on Razorback sports with the guys each week. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's groceries.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Hot and humid weather today. It'll be partly cloudy with a high of 94 and heat index this afternoon around 105. So a heat advisory, the first of the year, has been issued for this afternoon. Also, a slight chance of a shower and thunderstorm. That's just a 10% chance of rain. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Forest River RV in Sherwood, Arkansas is now open. Come celebrate during our grand opening block party, June 20th through the 22nd. We'll have free food, on-site giveaways, and fun for the whole family. Plus, take advantage of huge grand opening discounts on the top Forest River floor plans. Tour hundreds of new RVs along with a large selection of quality pre-owned RVs. Don't miss the grand opening block party at the all-new Forest River RV dealership in Sherwood, June 20th through the 22nd. Get all the details at forestriverlittlerock.com/grand opening.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items. And you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Hi folks, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. Last month our Employee Pricing Plus program was a huge success, so we're going to do it again in June. Employee pricing means you pay what we pay, and you get all the rebates. Everybody qualifies for employee pricing. No gimmicks, no hoops to jump through. Only at Fletcher Dodge do we have discounts up to $14,000 off trucks and finance rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months. Come in today and get employee pricing plus 3.9% financing for 72 months on all new Ram trucks. New Jeep Wranglers up to $7,000 off. And the all-new Jeep Compass four-wheel drive for only $379 a month. And that's with no money down. And again, don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com to get pre-approved in minutes. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Summer's heating up and Brewski's is your chill zone. Doors open at 11 a.m. daily. Happy hour starts when you walk in the door, so come crush a slow lunch with smash burgers, loaded fries, and wings and 11 wild sauces. And now, booking a VIP section for that special night out in your favorite downtown Little Rock hotspot is easier than ever at brewskispubandgrub.com. Just pick your section, pick your date, and pay online in 3 easy steps. Brewski's downtown in North Little Rock, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Pat Bradley joins Morning Mayhem each week courtesy of Cabot Outdoors, where you can save up to $600 on DeWalt products when you buy a Hustler Fast Track Series mower. Check us out at CabotOutdoors.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Friday on Out of Bounds, Steve Sullivan will stop by the studio. We'll look back at the Diamond Hogs' great season and, of course, the disappointing finish. Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen will be with us. We'll talk about some of the promotions, the NBA Finals, and a whole lot more. And Brian Edwards will join us. We'll get some picks from Brian for the weekend. All that and a whole lot more coming up Friday on Out of Bounds.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a nihilist porcupine. He's the type women wanna be within rappers. Hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime.
All right, we're back. All right, well, there you go. We came back on time for the 11 o'clock hour and a little late for the 12 because We were downstairs kissing up to the boss.
Got to.
Happy birthday, Terry.
Happy to.
Thanks to Moe's for lunch. Pigskin, there's a ton of lunch down there if you want something.
Welcome to Moe's.
And Julie's Cookies apparently provided the cookies.
Is that where that was from?
Julie's apparently an offshoot of Ed's Bakery in Conway, if you've ever been there.
Mm-hmm.
Those fluffy sugar cookies. Oh,
that was really good.
I want to know how to make those. You need to learn how to make those.
How do you think they go about it?
I don't know. I want you to learn it. You're the king.
I bet they got nice ovens.
Oh, buddy. Those are
I was
good.
told by my doctor I don't like those anymore.
Your doctor told you that?
That's what she said.
Your doctor, also known as Sue?
The other doctor.
Okay. Yeah.
Dr. Jane. Yeah, Dr. Sue said that too.
Did your doctor also tell you that 3 chili dogs is probably enough in one sitting?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to cut down.
You know what's
Listen.
good about that cookie we just had?
Everything.
And it has a lingering taste. I don't feel the need to go get another one.
No,
You know?
no, I'd like to.
You do? You want another one?
I just got a little one. I just got a little one. What do we got going this hour? We got to do Champs and Chums still. And Philip's not going to make it. He got tied up at work. And
Well, Philip's going to be running the paper like in the next month. You know this.
no, the whole paper?
He had, is that all? Because he said he had some stuff brewing.
He's going to run the paper, and then he's going to move into the governor's mansion, and he's going to run the state. And I'm looking forward to that.
I don't see how that could possibly go wrong.
I think he could do both.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He could. He's got skills.
He does have skills.
Birthday Trio will be giving away traveler's tickets for tomorrow's.
Let's go.
Ooh. Be
What's
nice
up with the
and
Travs?
toasty.
They had the North Little Rock City Council meeting that's coming up, and that's big.
They'll work it out.
Think so?
Yeah, I've seen some pessimism on social media, but I think they'll work it out.
Okay.
That's a North Little Rock staple. You got to work
think
it
so
out.
too, yeah.
Got to have them.
Yeah.
Would it be
There's
frowned
two-
upon if I ask you who you think should foot the bill?
It's not my call, but I do know this. They need the Travs, and the Travs need them. I think they're a great
North
marriage.
Little Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's too many good things happening in North Little Rock for them to let the Travs slip away. I just don't see it's ever going to happen. Nonsense.
Agreed.
You got the new convention center going in. You got new hotels going in. You've already got, the arena.
What
Argenta's
Argenta's got
Rock.
going on?
They got the art walk tonight. I'm going over there for that, 5 to 8.
Okay.
It's great.
You got Riverfront Steakhouse, the salad bar. What else do you need?
They got rolls and butter. Place is awesome.
Butter.
Anyway, there are a lot of good things happening over there. You can't let the Travs get away. They'll work it out. I'm optimistic.
All right.
Who's going to pay for it, DJ? It's a question for people who are paying for it.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
All right, the new Rebel Wilson joint is called Bride Hard, and it looks interesting. You know who else is in it? Is Anna Camp. Now, if you don't know the name, if you ever watched the vampire show on HBO, True Blood.
A couple times.
She played the
Oh, her.
preacher's wife.
Really?
She played the preacher's wife. She is a cutie pie.
So
She was
not
in the
Anna
Pitch Perfect
Paquin.
movies too.
Pitch Perfect movies.
Which one
yes.
was she?
She's blonde.
I don't know. I never actually saw the Pitch Perfect.
She had a thing
movies.
for Sookie's brother. Sookie.
Was she the leader of the? You haven't seen
No.
Pitch Perfect?
Nope.
What?
She's a cutie pie. Anyway,
Anna Camp.
Anna Camp. Also out this weekend, Pixar's got a new joint called Elio.
I'm going to take Titus to see that later.
It's about an 11-year-old who tries to get himself abducted by aliens and ends up with them mistakenly identifying him as Earth's ambassador. Okay, apparently like Philip Martin's going to be from the state of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't get kidnapped. 28 years later, the 2002 sequel to 28 Days Later and 2007's 28 Weeks Later. 28 years later, get it? I guess, and then it's going to be 28 decades later.
This is getting really good reviews, by the way.
I know, I saw
It
that.
looked good, the trailer
Yeah,
I
it
saw,
does.
and I have not seen the other two.
They're pretty good.
Everything's going to be great with Bryan Cranston and Allison Janney. What a cast, as a couple who risk everything to move their family to run a musical theater. Interesting. Sounds like he didn't do it for the money on that one.
Did you see the movie where he was gaming the lottery system in Michigan and Massachusetts?
Is that based on a true story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
It's pretty good.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Gaming the System?
So, it's something like that. But he was like a mathematical genius, and it was.
If aliens abducted a human here, who
Yes.
would you want them to abduct to make human race look good?
You?
No, not
Pope?
me.
Larry
Maybe?
David.
Who?
The Pope?
Larry David.
I'm just hoping they're not probing parts of my body that I don't want probed.
Yeah.
That's
That
all I
happened
care
to
about.
Cartman on South Park.
Yeah.
He never
Yeah.
got over it.
Poor guy. Hulk Hogan is apparently on the mend after undergoing pretty serious heart surgery, according to an insider through Us Weekly. When I say pretty serious heart surgery, you know what that is?
Open heart?
That's a heart surgery that isn't yours. Because if it's your surgery, it's damn serious heart surgery.
Okay.
Yeah. The 71-year-old wrestler's recovering, brother, and he's doing well. The Insider said that he's doing pretty good. Earlier in the day, Bubba the Love Sponge said he'd heard that Hogan had been hospitalized. Well, if anybody would know it, it's him. They have a very close relationship. I almost said something.
He's a pal of Trump's also.
Who?
Yeah.
Hulk or Bubba?
Hulk.
And he has that new beer he's promoting.
I just think Bubba's wife should be called the Love Sponge. That should be her nickname, right?
Yeah. Sounds like Elaine.
Anyway.
Yeah,
well, apparently Hulk was sponge-worthy. There are phone calls being made to various family members about getting into town to say your goodbyes, said the on-air personnel. I've heard that he might not make it.
Yikes.
The source told Us Weekly the surgery isn't a near-death thing, so apparently he was overselling it. Now, maybe they got, I don't know what their relationship's like today. Anyway, whatever. I don't really want to talk about that anymore. It's weird. Anyway, get better, Hulk.
Is he okay or not?
I think he's fine. I think Bubba Love Sponge either being dramatic, being farcical, or he was being a jerk. Summer officially started today. If you haven't noticed the themes of the songs coming out of the breaks, they're all summer-related, or into the breaks, rather. It's the longest day of the year. So the other day was weird. So we're at the ball game, or we're driving. Maybe we're driving. No, it was at the ball game. It was the LSU game, I guess, the first LSU game, not the one that sucked. Although that one sucked too, but just in a different way. And it was still very bright on television, you can notice. And my friend, who's in Little Rock, said, is it really light there? Or is that just the TV? I was like, no, it's quite light.
Farther north you go, the longer it stays light.
And he's like, it is pitch black here. And I'm like, that is weird. I had no idea. I thought it was all time zone thing. I had no idea that was the case.
If you go up in northern Michigan, I've been up there at 10 o'clock at night in the summer, and it's light like this.
If you go to Alaska, it's really weird because it's bright light all summertime. Well, not bright light, but it's light.
I think we actually talked about it today. Their sunset was at 11 o'clock p.m.
Isn't that crazy?
Where?
In the north?
In Anchorage.
Oh, in Anchorage.
They're doing the Today Show from there today.
Land of the midnight sun.
Visit Anchorage, or visit
Anchorage.
Paid for a full Today Show out there.
It never gets dark in the summer, you know. It never gets like dark.
Wow.
It is weird. I've been there in
the winter.
summer.
It never gets really light.
Right. And then you get really, really depressed.
And they drink.
Do you think our time should be based off
the Christopher Nolan
the sun?
I actually drink more in the summer because it never gets dark.
Would you like that?
What?
Our days to be based off when sunrise is that day?
What do you mean?
Because it fluctuates.
Like sunrise at the beginning of the day?
Like the workday starts based off what time the sun comes up.
I'm kind of ambivalent about the whole time change. I just wish they'd pick something and just
stay with it.
Yeah, but going back and
daylight
forth.
savings time, we don't need it anymore.
Going back and forth messes with little kids.
I'm not complaining about it anymore. I'm over it.
And old people.
Bruce Springsteen is opening up about his biopic, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. He says he would occasionally go to set. And he says, as far as Jeremy Allen White, who's playing him, I'm sure it's much worse for the actor than for me. Jeremy Allen White was very, very tolerant of me the days that I would appear on the set. Why would you not be excited to have Bruce Springsteen on your set?
It's his movie.
On a movie about him.
Yeah, really.
He said, I told him, look, anytime I'm in the way, just give me the look and I'm on my way home. He said the days that I got out there, he was wonderfully tolerant of me being there, and it was just fun. It was enjoyable. That dude is a hell of an actor, and I don't know why he'd be concerned about I can see how it could be intimidating having the person you're portraying show up on set and the person thinking to themselves, that ain't right. That's not how I would do it. But this dude's such a good actor, I don't think it would bother him. He's a stud.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the bear comes out again.
I saw it comes out later this summer,
This month or the next month?
I don't remember. But I saw a trailer for the Springsteen thing. It looked good.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. I'm not sure of anything, but I think it will be. This is interesting. You know the guy that's playing Superman in the new Superman movie?
Yeah.
When's that coming out? Next couple weeks?
Next month.
We get F1 next weekend. I'm excited about that, too.
And we get Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Those are the same weekend?
No, it's next month.
Okay.
David Cornsweet.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Superman. Apparently has an interesting connection to a childhood favorite of mine. His father created... I'm sorry, take that back. His grandfather created the Choose Your Own Adventure books. Do you remember the Choose Your Own Adventure books as a kid? Did you ever have these pigskin, or were you a little too old for that?
I was too old.
You just
for
missed
that.
them.
Yeah.
Choose Your Own Adventure books is you go, okay, if you want Bob to take the left fork in the road or the right fork in the road, left fork in the road, turn to page 107. Right fork in the road, turn to page 125. And it's like, 107, he finds a pot of gold. 108 or 127, he runs into a dragon and eats him.
Yeah.
They were great fun when I was a kid.
Wow.
And I'd always read both scenarios just to see what happened. But the Choose Your Own Adventure book was so cool. So, like, you get to a certain part of the story, and then you'd flip to a certain page to get an outcome.
You are a fan of the multiverse. That's what that is, branch realities.
It isn't.
That's you.
Totally different. The problem with those are happening at the same time. These are one or the other.
Oh.
Your multiverse thing is a joke. Don't even get me started. Golly. I'm so over it. When we get out of that whole scenario, when we start making good...
You'll come back?
Give me good villains. Just give me good villains. That's
You
all I'll
got
take.
one coming. Robert Downey Jr. is coming back.
Absolutely. That's going to be weird.
They had interviewed him
Multiverse.
about Tropic Thunder 2.
And?
He said, I really want to work with Tom
Cruise.
Yes. And we'll talk about the title of it if it comes out to be one.
Yeah, because they were talking about making a Wes Grossman movie.
They should. Dua Lipa's in the news. She
Yes.
has confirmed her engagement to English actor Callum Turner, so she's no longer on the market. Sorry, boys. She says she's obsessed with the ring that Turner made for her. It's so me. It's nice to know the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with knows you very well. I guess because you know what kind of ring she likes, you guys are meant to be
so
together.
You know very well. Does he know because you told him what you like?
Did he make it by hand? Did he go forge
Yeah.
it? Like, what is she talking about?
I assume. Did you have discussions with your wife before you guys got the wedding ring, or did you show up with, here's the ring, have it?
Showed up.
Okay. Pigskin?
Same.
I'm not surprised by you. But things have changed. I mean, in today's society, it seems like it's a little more common where the girl and the guy go and pick out what they want, and she's
I've
like,
never made that make sense.
I want this cut. I want this da-da-da-da-da.
How about this? You get what you get.
I know, but at the same time, they got to wear it on their hand for the rest of their life, I assume. So it's or until they decide not to. But I can see both sides of it. I think it's fine, but I kind of get the girl's perspective on
This
that.
is the same mentality that's led to an overabundance of outdoor weddings.
Yeah.
I'd like to veto it.
I don't understand. I've known some people who said, yes, I'm going to get proposed to this weekend. I'm like, how do you know that? Well, we already picked out the ring. He has it. He's going to have I was just
no.
wait, what?
No.
Cart before the horse, folks.
And then you get this lame picture of this fake expression.
Surprised, yeah.
Can't stand it.
It's like the gender reveals. It's like, can we just stop all this?
Gender reveals seem to be dying out. Am I wrong on this?
Thank you.
Like
I
the
hope
over
they are.
big ones, yeah, they're
Never
not as
should have
big
started
anymore.
in the first
Yeah, we
place.
didn't have one this time.
I don't mind if you do a whole pink blue. I don't care what you do, honestly. I don't care if you want to do a whole thing, but
Yeah.
I just think they're dumb.
I told the doctor when we were having our two, they said, you want to know? I said, no. I'll be surprised like God
No, I wanna
intended
know.
it.
Oh, I want to know.
I want to know.
I want to know what clothes I need to buy and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
I don't know, dong or no
Small
dong. Just
ones.
tell me. You know what I mean?
Small ones in a neutral color, Christian.
Yeah, give them yellow.
Khaki.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Or in today's
I
society.
mean, the new one's going to get a bunch of hand-me-downs.
Listen, in today's society, you put pink in there, and if it's a boy, you just say, listen, nothing means anything. It's all
Yeah.
good. Everything's
Titus has
fine.
a pink shirt.
There we go.
I got all kinds of pink
I got
shirts.
some
dozens.
salmon. I got some salmon shirts.
Ooh.
Salmon.
Edible?
Back
Hey,
to the wedding.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I was completely broke when we got married, so I just used my mom's ring, and then eventually later, when I got a job here, I got a ring.
Nice.
Well, that's not a bad gig if you can get it.
That's
These
a
days,
practical young man right there.
diamonds have gone up a lot since I last bought one. I will say that. So
They got those new lab growns now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
is that okay?
Yeah, but you got to talk
Apparently it
about
is.
a jewelry store at some point during the show, probably. So.
They have them. They have them.
Oh, they do? They have
yeah.
those there?
Mm-hmm. They promote them. So they have.
We have one, by the way. My wife wanted one.
Does a lab grown? Is it any different?
Not really.
No.
Is it better than cubic zirconium? It's not the same
Yeah,
kind of thing.
they
better.
test. They have clarity
Moissanite.
levels. You can pick what level you want.
Why wouldn't they just make them all like the highest quality if they're
Because
lab grown?
it takes more to do it. I mean, they speed up the process. Is that, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. So
Love takes time, and so do
Yeah,
diamonds.
they're able to speed up the process. But yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, they sell them at high-end jewelry stores.
It's interesting.
They say diamonds are forever.
I think
I think De Beer said that.
I think you shellac a tortellini and stick it on there. Call it a day.
Oh, yeah. Hey, just a heads up, too. I want people to be aware of my song I'm about to drop this summer. It's going to be the banger.
What is it?
I got the beat. I just need somebody to sing it.
What,
Christian,
What
down?
are you doing a song for?
What's your song?
I just made the beat. I just have like a summer vibe going on.
How's it go?
I'm working on the lyrics.
Can I hear the beat?
I mean, yeah. If you want to hear the beat, it's like I feel like what's in right now is like these synthesizer leads type things.
It's gonna be like 80s new wave.
Yeah. Because Chapel Rowan's on like the whole vibe that way.
Right.
Yeah, throwback.
Little one of those. It's a summer song.
Okay,
I need to hear the beat.
I'll show it to you.
Kid Rock had a good summer song a few years ago.
All summer long?
Borrow his lyrics.
Okay.
Well, he borrowed it from Warren Zevon. So.
Exactly.
And there was a little bit of Sweet Home Alabama in there, yeah.
Yes, there was.
Okay. I'm drawing on inspiration from Lil Chapel Roan. I want to bring in some Madonna from back in the day, because I really like her cadence and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a little, who sings Electric Phil?
MGMT.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to mix all these breeds.
MGMT. Yeah.
That's what I do.
I need to hear you
enough
beat
to do.
the show.
Now he's a composer on top of his other 3 jobs.
Well, the thing that's annoying is it's not like he's half-assed anything. He's really good at all of them. It's kind of annoying. I don't like it. I'm kind of jealous, frankly. All right, let's do birthdays. We're going to give away
Travs tickets tomorrow.
Travs tickets. Let's go. Here we go.
Birthday trivia in the zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
We also have to champ and chump because it's brought to you by our friends at Washita Bar and Grill down in Hot Springs. So while we're down there, DJ, I'm just saying there's going to be some live music. There's going to be great food. There's a whole lot of good barbecue and beverages down there.
Are you eating beforehand? Game's at 8.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already hungry.
Where you want to go?
I don't know. We could go there. It's walkable to the arena.
Perfect.
That's all I'm saying. All right. Yeah, I don't know if they're listening, but I'd love to get them to call in and just tell us, hey, here's what's going on. Let me look at their Facebook page. Washita. I need 3 players. I need them now. By the way, let's give away a. Do we have any Brewski's gift cards?
We do.
Let's give away one. Let's do dinner and a ball game.
Okay, both.
Nice.
Yeah. Because there's a North Little Rock location, too.
Yeah.
Washita or Little Rock. Either one's close to the arena, or to the stadium, rather. Washita Bar and Grill Hot Springs. There it is.
How long have you been working on this song, DJ? Like 2 days?
Yeah, 2 or 3 days. But I feel good about it. It just came to me.
Weren't we listening to something and we were like, man, that beat's awesome, but the song sucks?
Rob, will you please call us and tell us what's happening? See, they're promoting, Washita Bar and Grill's promoting the Wise Guys. I need Rob to call in and tell me what they got going this weekend. Anyway, it's a great place to pre-party before the game this weekend. I do know that. All right, here we go. Eric, you're going to be with DJ. Christian, you got Corey. And Pigskin, you're going to take Brandon. Let's go.
Let's go, Brandon.
Just kidding. All right, here we go. On this day in history, this is good. I'm going to say something controversial real quick here, but it's not really controversial if you're a commonsensical person. On this day in 1840, inventor Samuel Morse patented the telegraph. 1867, U.S. President Andrew Johnson announced the purchase of Alaska, also known as Pigskin.
Seward's Folly.
Seward's Folly, that's right. Turned out pretty good. By the way, you can go up there in summertime. It's light at night. It's cool.
Nice.
On this day in 1893, Lizzie Borden acquitted of the 1892 axe murders of her father and stepmother in Fall River, Massachusetts. Interestingly enough, on the exact same day that O.J. Simpson got arraigned on the murder of Nicole Simpson and Ronald Goldman.
It's a sign.
It is weird. Watch out for June 20th. Weird things happen as summer turns.
The Ides of June.
On this day, and this is the one I wanted to focus on. On this day in 1936, Jesse Owens of the United States of these Americas set the 100-meter record, the fastest ever at this point. It was 10.2 seconds, which is extremely fast, unless you compare it to modern history. The fastest 100 meters ever run.
Let me guess. 9.
Yes.
5.8.
Correct, sir.
Usain Bolt.
Very good, DJ.
And he let up.
Now, if you give me the date, I will really be impressed.
Did he run it in the Olympics?
He ran it in August of 2009 in Berlin.
So, yes.
Oh,
okay.
Same place. All right.
In front of Hitler's grandson.
Yes. He also has the second fastest at 9.63 and the third fastest at 9.69 with no wind. Who is the second fastest
Tyson
man
Gay.
in the history of the world?
Gatlin?
Former Razorback Tyson Gay.
Yeah.
Nice.
He lost to Usain Bolt. He ran what did he run? A 9.69?
He did?
When Usain Bolt ran his 9.58. Imagine running the fastest ever in the world the same day somebody else does to and not win gold.
Not correct. That is not correct.
Did he not lose to him when he ran that?
He ran the 9.71 and lost to him in Berlin. He won a 9.69 in Shanghai, which we all know that thin Shanghai Air.
He won on that one?
I'm sure he won that particular race unless Usain Bolt was
Okay,
there.
I don't think he ever won gold.
Okay. Johan Blake is the third fastest man in history from Jamaica. Anyway, the point is this. I'm going down to the 9th best performance, 9.74. The 15th best performance, 9.76.
You know, we had a guy run a win-aided 9.75.
Who?
Jordan Anthony. He ran that last month.
Interesting. Point is, there have been a lot of really fast times run, and going all the way back to 1936, when Jesse Owens ran a 10.2, right? There have been dozens and dozens and dozens of people who have run better than 10.2, which is extremely fast. The fastest woman, FloJo, 10.49. That is the fastest 100 meters ever run by a woman. Is that smoking? Yes. Is it anywhere close to the 100 meters run by a man by dozens and dozens of men? No, sir.
Some men.
Dozens and dozens of fast men?
Yeah.
Elite. So we're talking about elite sprinters, female, male. So if we want to just settle this whole debate about, like, changing over and then competing as a man, as a woman, I think that basically sums it up for most of us.
And wasn't she juicing a little bit, too?
May have been. That's the allegation. God rest her soul. Right. I'm not gonna tarnish her image now that she's passed. Cast aspersions. She's dead, DJ. Leave her alone.
Sorry.
The point is,
I didn't know she wasn't with us.
There's just a significant gap there. But, I mean, just think about 1936 and running a 10.2 and how freakish that had to be.
He set 4 world records in an hour at Ann Arbor's Ferry Field. Yeah, right before the Olympics.
That must have been exhausting.
It was crazy.
All right, guys. This we're going to get to it. Here we go. This woman is not in the system. That can't be right. I know she's got at least one song. That can't be. Oh, you know what? I bet she's under.
Last name?
Yep.
Kim Carnes.
No.
Dolly Parton.
No.
Judy Garland.
No.
Nina Icherry.
Nina Icherry? Is that a person?
Anne Murray.
Anne Murray's right, Pigskin.
Woohoo.
How old is she, Pigskin? Tell DJ about her.
She's Canadian. I'd say she's 85.
Nope. DJ.
89.
No.
87.
80.
No.
You guys are rude. This guy's an actor. He was in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
John Goodman.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Damn. Very good, Pigskin. That's impressive. Who would
Took
not
the
been
stick to George Clooney's head.
He would not have been my first guess.
He was the
That's what
Cyclops,
Trump
wasn't
wanted to do.
Righteous Gemstones and Raising Arizona.
Eli
Big Lebowski.
Eli Gemstone.
So good. How old is John Goodman, DJ?
71.
Nope.
74.
Nope.
77.
73. Christian. This woman's an actress.
Jane
She
Fonda.
won an Academy Award for The Hours. She was
Julianne
in
Moore.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Nicole Kidman.
Who got that?
Me.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
How old is she?
How old is she?
Christian.
Nicole Kidman is 56 today.
Pigskin.
58.
Bingo Bango.
Big fan.
She's outstanding, though.
Yeah, she is. So good.
This guy's a singer. He was a star as a solo artist and as a member of a band.
Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar. That's a good guess, I guess.
David Lee Roth.
No.
Did not have a
solo career. This guy was
Just
great.
a gigolo.
Steve Perry.
Lionel Richie.
Crazy. Lionel Richie.
Stuck on You. Terrible song.
Are you crazy?
Oh, he had some great songs. This is not one of them.
I like this song.
You're easy
Anyway.
like Sunday morning.
That's a great one.
That is a great
Can we agree on that one? That's a great one. How old's Lionel Richie today, Pigskin?
Lionel Richie, Tuskegee, 72. Lionel Richie is 76.
He is. Bingo Bango.
Big fan.
He is getting buried.
Yeah.
This guy is a former quarterback in college and the NFL.
Cam Newton. Dino Toretta.
Will work for tattoos.
Johnny Manziel.
Terrell Pryor is exactly right.
Wide receiver, too.
And we talked about him earlier.
He never
today.
should have played against you guys. He was ineligible.
How old's
Glad he did, though.
I'm glad. I wish he had and you would have won. How old's Terrell Pryor?
He is 36.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
You should know that. You
Yeah, he's
played
my
against
age.
him.
There's no asterisk.
Good job.
But and if there wouldn't have been one if he wouldn't have played either.
For us, it would.
No, it wouldn't.
I was the only guy on the show then saying they shouldn't play those guys.
No, you
No,
weren't.
there was a lot. There was a
No,
lot.
you were
maybe
not.
at the
We
show.
want 'em to play.
Yeah.
I was
Everybody
100%
in the
saying the
fans
same thing.
Wanted them to play. I'm
I
like,
was
no.
100% on them not playing. In fact, I was emailing the bowl director saying, why are you letting these guys play?
Right
Yeah.
there.
This is ridiculous. This is a joke.
I mean-
and finally, the guy for the fourth return email said, I will not be corresponding with you anymore on this topic.
Flip side, do you think they even did anything wrong as far as?
Not by today's standard, but it was illegal then.
But even then,
Yes, it was
Yeah,
illegal.
they're
would've cared.
breaking rules.
if Darren McFadden got a tattoo for free before a big game and they said he couldn't play, y'all would be like, that has nothing to do with his performance on the field.
He was giving them merchandise that he didn't pay for from the school-issued stuff. It
Yeah.
wasn't legal. It wasn't legal. Is it petty? Sure.
Yeah.
But you know what, DJ? If that had happened in Arkansas, those guys would not have made the field. You know that.
Hey.
Ohio State's got a little swag.
Yeah.
And it's baloney.
That's right.
And I'm not just saying it's because Ohio State.
Yeah.
Hey, going for 5
Maybe
losses
it's
in
part
a row this year.
Oh.
All right, that's it. Good job, Pigskin.
That was it?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all. Actually, two more people, but they're both dead. And I didn't know they shared the same birthday.
Who was it?
Interestingly enough, the older of the two, no, I'm sorry, that's not true. He was younger than her by 2 years, but he played the beau to her daughter in a film, one of my favorite films of all time.
Played the beau?
He played the potential husband. He was the fiance.
Mark Wahlberg.
No.
Still alive.
He was 2 years older. It was Olympia Dukakis and Danny Aiello in Moonstruck.
Oh, my goodness.
One of my favorite movies of all time. She died in 21. He died in 19. But she was born in 31. He was born in 33. But he played like he was going to marry Cher, who was her daughter in the movie.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen Moonstruck? Very romantic film. You should watch it with your girlfriend.
You haven't seen Do the Right Thing, which he steals in that. He's so good.
He is so good in that one.
Who is this?
You
we're
want the
talking about?
brothers on the wall, you get
Danny
your own
Aiello.
restaurant. You can have your brothers, your mothers,
Danny
your cousins,
Iota?
your sisters. Yes.
Danny Aiello.
The Sal's Pizzeria.
Hey, extra cheese is $2.
That's right.
Yeah?
Cheap, Sal.
$2 for extra cheese?
Hey,
Cheap,
listen.
Sal. That was
Wow.
50, it was 50 cents. It was
Okay.
$1.50 for the slice. So,
Okay.
yeah, I was bugging out.
It's a great movie.
I love that movie.
Okay, we're going to hit a break. It's 12:35. I want to find a Moonstruck clip. Anyway, congratulations. Pigskin, good work today.
Yeah.
Brandon, easy victory today. Easy victory.
Good job, Brandon.
I wasn't even on the board.
No, you got on the board. You got a birthday one.
Oh, thank you.
You know what
Oh,
doesn't
yeah. Terrell.
You know what doesn't cost any extra?
What's that?
Getting really good meat
Yes.
to put on a pizza if
yeah,
you want to.
you got to get some good meat. Once again, you missed this, Justin. You were driving. So
I'm always missing something.
So these boxes that they give us to try out some stuff, all right? I did the ribeyes. I've done the fillets. I've done the sirloins. But I got this big chuck roast. It's like, what do I do with this thing? I've never made one of those.
Should have made Italian beef.
Never made one. Well, to my surprise, my sweet, lovely girlfriend set that thing out, thawed it out. She went and got a Dutch oven, seasoned it all up, made a gravy from scratch, and then she put it on a bed of homemade mashed potatoes. It was the best thing I've ever had.
Nice.
Justin.
The best thing you've ever had in your life?
Justin, it was one of those where I kept going back to like the little Dutch oven and grabbing some out with my finger and just eating them. And I'll tell you, this meat fell apart in my mouth like butter. It was insane. All right. I'll tell you, my friends at Standing Firm Farms, they talk about the high quality Angus beef. They ain't lying. All right. They sent us a lot of samples and we love cooking it. And especially when it comes to things that you can get, I think the best place for you to start with Standing Firm Farms in Greenbrier is that burger steak bundle box. That's where you get your ribeyes. You have a couple fillets in there. You have a couple already sliced cut quarter-pound burgers, and you have your ground beef as well that you can make to whatever you want. That's the best place to start. High-quality Angus beef. And when it comes to things that are going to be put into this meat, no sprays, no chemicals, no injections. I'm talking safe beef for you and your family. I talked about that chuck roast, but once again, the ribeye, filet, sirloin, New York strip. You also have those beef patties as well. All you have to do to get some of that high-quality Angus beef is head on over to standingfirms.com, put in your order. Also want to tell you, too, about their steak cuts like butter. I already told you about that. They also perfectly sized. You can use these for even tacos if you want to use the meat in that as well. Perfect for any occasion. You can order up to a quarter, half, or a whole side of beef. So if it's just a burger bundle box for a couple people on the weekend or you got to feed a whole family reunion, Standing Firm Farms is the place to be. You can call Bobby or David. Number is easy to remember, 501-460-1688.
I'm going to play a clip from Moonstruck. This is Olympia Dukakis and Danny Aiello exchanging thoughts about a very touchy subject, but it's a great scene. And her voice is so distinctive. She's so great.
How you spell Aiola?
A-A-L-O. A-I-E-L-L-O.
You're so good at that.
I don't know about that. Anyway.
Oh, I know this guy.
But when we come back, we're going to give you our champs and chumps for the week, and we are going to have our zone rewind, which is a pretty good one, I think. Here you go, DJ. Listen up.
Why do men chase women?
Well, there's the Bible story. God took a rib from Adam and made Eve. Now, maybe men chase women to get the rib back. When God took the rib, he left a big hole there. A place where there used to be something. And the women have that. Now, maybe, just maybe, a man isn't complete as a man without a woman.
Why would a man need more than one woman?
I don't know. Maybe because he fears death.
That's it. That's the reason.
I don't know.
No, that's it. No. Thank you. Thank you for answering my question.
Dance to the rhythm, it gets harder.
Celebrate 4th of July in downtown Little Rock at the 41st anniversary of Pops on the River, presented by the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. This free community event will begin at 5 p.m. with free activities for kids, food trucks, Lost 40, live music, and concluding with the tradition of the Arkansas Sympathy Orchestra and a fireworks finale. Visit pops.arkansasonline.com or check today's Arkansas Democrat-Gazette for more information.
This is Sports Center.
Many say it's the best two words in sports. Game 7 and the Pacers forced it last night as they dominated the Thunder, winning 108-92 in a game that wasn't close beyond the first quarter. Heading into the fourth, Indiana led by 30. It was by committee as Indiana's leading scorer was Obi Toppin, who had 20 points. OKC had arguably their worst game of the year, shooting 8 of 30 from 3 and turning it over 21 times. This will be the first Game 7 in the NBA since the Warriors and the Cavs in 2016. The Cavs won that game on the road. The Pacers will have to do the same in this series as it heads back to Oklahoma. Tip-off for that game will be at 7 o'clock on Sunday. TV coverage will be on ABC. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
It's the summer of 1,000 engagements, and it's going on at Robert Irwin Jewelers right now. This summer, buy your diamond engagement ring, and you're going to get free diamond jewelry. Save up to 40% off during the summer of 1,000 engagement sale going on right now at Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Jim's Razorback Pizza is the place to visit when craving some delicious, authentic pizza. They're known for amazing thin crust pies and the best Detroit-style deep dish pizza in town. You can also order freshly baked pasta or wings, along with specialty baked sandwiches, fries, and signature salads. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, they'll save you a seat at Jim's Razorback Pizza in Little Rock and Morgan Maumelle.
Here. So it's time to get out and experience the natural state. And there's no better way than in a new Hyundai from Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway, where they say yes to new Hyundais loaded with technology for less per month than your cell phone bill. You'll get America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai Assurance. You've got to check it out.
Right now, get financing as low as 2.99% and new Elantras as low as $24,410 at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway. WACC, dealer for details.
If you have a passion for adventure and unmatched quality, then head to Honda of North Little Rock for the best lineup of quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. They have Honda's best models and will find the perfect ride just for you. That's Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
The Zone is slowly becoming more like the morning show.
Do you think E.T. is a Jedi? I don't. He has to be.
Let's see what random conversation the guys get into today.
Down in Dagobah, where it bubbles all the time like a giant carbonated soda. S-O-D-A soda. I saw the little runt sitting there on a log. I asked him his name and in a raspy voice he said, yo.
All right, here we are. It's 12:43. We got to do two things in 15 minutes, so watch us go. I mean, typical Friday for us. All right, let's get to our champs and chumps, shall we? Champ. Oh, wait, that's not the one. Christian, I guess the open's on the open page. Sorry, I was out for a week. What do you guys want from me? My first time on the board in a while. I think I'm doing a bang-up job. Not as good as you on your little beat there, DJ. But
Yeah, I'm saying that's it, man.
Why's it got to be a little
If
beat?
we come together with some good lyrics, that'll be our song.
Champs and Chumps is brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders. With indoor and outdoor seating, Washita Bar and Grill provides a family-friendly environment with mouth-watering food. BKC Home Builders is the premier home builder in Hot Springs, providing custom home build and remodels, both big and small. For more info, go to bkchomebuilders.com.
My champ this week is one you may not like. I don't care. It's Dave Van Horn. I don't care. Listen, you make your program relevant every year. I love the way you love your guys. I love the way your guys love you. I put a post up today with his players talking about why they came to Arkansas. It's because of Dave Van Horn. And I put up a post today about Dave Van Horn getting choked up at his press conference after the game in LSU. He didn't teach those guys to make the wrong decision. He didn't teach those guys to slip on a chase foul, fly ball. You know, he didn't teach guys to walk people. You know, Dave Van Horn's a hell of a coach, and eventually I think they're going to break through, and they might win a 2 or 3. And for those of you who are like, need a change, enough already, I'm tired of just being good enough to go to the World Series and be one of the top 4 teams out of 300 in the country. There are people saying that kind of stuff. My chump this week are people who are overreacting to guys going 100 in a 55. I don't condone it, to DJ's point, but everybody flipped out because it was Shedeur Sanders. Guess what? Zack got busted this week as well for going 101 to 55. He told the officer he was trying to pass the vehicle. Listen, there, but for the grace of God, go I. Did I touch 100 in the Buzz vehicle on the way back from Omaha yesterday? Hell no, but was I over 90 a couple? Maybe. Don't tell Terry.
Yeah. What kind of car could Zack fit in?
Well, the funniest thing is,
go 100 miles an hour.
He was in a Hyundai, I think, and I'm not kidding.
Oh, you're serious?
I'm not joking.
There's no way.
The car he was in was one you'd be like, there's no way he got to 100. Anyway, we're behind on time. I'll look it up. Go ahead.
I got a champ to Sophie Cunningham, the enforcer of the WNBA. She ain't played around. I really enjoyed some of the stuff I've seen on social media with her highlights having Caitlin Clark's back in the whole scuffle that they had against, I can't remember the team.
I know a couple guys that want to get Sophie Cunningham's back.
Son.
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, you know, she's had some allegations here or there, whatever. She can do whatever.
That's baloney.
But I will also say chump two, people kind of blowing up this whole I didn't think it was as bad. Oh, it was? Okay, we talked about it. I think it was a little blown out of proportion. It gets aggressive. It gets whatever. I don't think. Yeah, I think it was taken to the next level. But it's just competitive play. But, yeah, champ to Sophie.
Who's your chump?
I just said chump to the stigma of blowing this thing out of proportion. I haven't been a fan of that. I just think it's tough basketball. It is what it is.
Christian.
Champ, I'm going to give one to the Lakers, or the Buss family, I guess.
Ooh.
Sell for allegedly $10 billion to Mark Walton, the Dodgers owner. So now they won't cheap out. Maybe they'll give Alex Caruso that 4-year, $37 million contract he walked for.
Wow.
But my chump was also the overreaction to Caitlin Clark, both ways. Whether you are for Caitlin Clark or against her, I don't know why you'd be against her. But it just gets overblown every single time anything happens.
Zack gets a game ball this week. He's not my champ, but he gets a game ball. He was going over 120, 23.
Whoa.
First of all, your car's 2 years old. You're Zack You got millions of dollars. I like that, actually, about him. Kia Sorento. Good for you, buddy.
He must have been. He probably took the front seat out and was sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, like Hightower in Police Academy.
Exactly.
Through the end of the
month. Shop the Hustler Turf Power Plus Performance Sales Event and save on select DeWalt products. Save up to $600 on a Hustler Fast Track Series mower or up to $350 with the purchase of a Hustler Raptor Series on select DeWalt products. Both the Fast Track and Raptor mowers boast all the features Hustler is known for, like their trademark smooth track steering, integrated parking brake, and heavy-duty fabricated steel decks and one-piece tubular frames. Stop in today at Cabot Outdoors or CabotOutdoors.com.
So Restaurant and Bar is open under new management. Original chef Joseph Salguero is back with a unique menu. So Restaurant and Bar has been around since 2006 in the heart of Wooded Rock's historic Hillcrest neighborhood on Kavanaugh Boulevard. Experience fine dining right in your backyard. They offer 3 separate event spaces or the ability to rent out the restaurant for any type of event or party, plus multiple catering options. View their menu, make reservations, or rent their event space at SoRestaurantAR.com. SoRestaurantAR.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8943. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8943. That's 800-575-8943.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Big things are going on at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on Alcoa Road in Benton.
How big are we talking here?
How about employee pricing plus?
Plus what?
Plus sales tax paid.
My sales tax too?
We've got the inventory. We've got the deals. You pay what we pay. Plus, get your sales tax paid at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road at I-30 in Benton.
The Zone is back. You know what's better than listening to Justin Acri and DJ Williams? Watching them on our live stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, let's get back into the show.
All right, we got to get to it. We got a rewind to do. I just got a note from Rob, and I'm assuming Tia probably said, hey, Rob, get your act together. Send Justin a text. Tonight at Washita Bar and Grill, the sponsor of Champs and Chumps, they've got live music, Allie and Patrick. Tomorrow from 11:30 to 2:30, they've got Kobe Greer, and then tomorrow night after the ball game, we could stop in there 7 to 10. Although the game will be probably going till 10. Maybe we pop in there before.
Yeah, a little before.
Chuck and Justin, I don't know them, but sounds like a great group.
I do.
They got music on Sunday with their brunch starting at 11, and that's Kobe Greer again. And then their Miller Monday. They always have a big party on Monday evening. So if you're looking for a Monday fun day, Jacob Flores is playing out there on Monday night. So get over there and see him real soon. This segment's brought to you in part by our friends at UAMS Ortho Now. If you dance too hard at the Washita Bar Grill, you sprain an ankle or throw out a hip or, fall and hurt your back very badly.
It happens.
Pushed and pulled and hurt my neck. Go see our friends over there, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday on Saturday, 8 until noon at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. It is a walk-in clinic. You stroll up in there. They take care of you. You go home. Pretty simple. You get lost or you have questions, call them, 501-686-8674. Ortho Now, the walk-in clinic for prompt, high-quality treatment, and they will give you an x-ray on site if, in fact, it's necessary. It's located within the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, right off I-630, right in the middle of town in the capital city. Go see them and get yourself squared away. Don't live in pain. Go get fixed up by our friends at Ortho Now. Really? Is this what we're doing today? Bugs in the system. Christian, what happened?
Just not playing?
Nope. Weird.
Now it's time to look back.
Button one doesn't
It's the
work. This is
best
gonna be tough.
interview and show moments of the week. It's the Zone Rewind.
It was only a matter of time before this thing pooped out. There we go. Now it's working. Arkansas, Murray State. Kind of a big deal. Mostly because Gage Wood didn't allow a single hit.
1 out away from something that's much bigger than a win in Omaha. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Gage Wood no-hits him, and the Hogs win it 3-0. The greatest game ever pitched at the University of Arkansas. Here in downtown Omaha, Gage Wood throws a no-hitter and completes the game with 19 strikeouts, his last 5. They're coming out to mob Gage Wood, who pitched the game of his life.
That was amazing. He pitched so well, he didn't even bother wearing his jersey to the stadium the next day because it probably is already in Cooperstown.
I saw that Gage was wearing your windbreaker before the game. Was that something that he just found and put on? Is that something that he asked for from you?
He forgot his jersey at the hotel.
We teach our kids to be honest around here.
Thanks, Dave. Dave teaches the guys a lot of things, and not lost on Ryder and Gabe Helfrich Gackle.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure. Every day you show up, you know what you're going to get. He's by far the best coach I've ever been coached by, and, it's, just excited for next year.
Yeah, I mean, this coaching staff is the reason I came here. The greatest head coach that ever coached baseball, and we got an unbelievable staff. So every day we get to show up and work with him. We're super grateful, and I couldn't thank him enough.
I understand that you're frustrated and upset. However you want to feel, that's cool. But I'm always root for Dave Van Horn.
Yeah, this is one of the top teams I've ever coached, on and off the field. Just being around them, it's funny. I've been doing it for a while, and people will say things to me like, the kids have really changed over the years, and I always say, no, they haven't. And they're good. They just want to know that you care about them. And yeah, it's tough, man. Kids are good, man. I love being around them. That's why I do it.
That's my dude. I like Dave Van Horn a lot. I like Wes Moore a lot, too. He's a good guy also.
He's pretty cool.
He is. This final segment brought to you in part by our friends at Guadney Chevrolet, and then we'll find out all about a Friday edition of Out O Bounds. Unfortunately, we're not recapping a win over LSU from last night, but here we are. Everything's going well over there. If you need a vehicle like a Silverado, they can help you out on financing, help you on your trade, and plenty of great options always on Silverados. They're well stocked there. They've also got plenty of cruises. I know that because if you're driving around in one like I am and they haven't called you to bring it back yet, that means that they've got a bunch of those on the lot. That is the best value going right now at Guadney Chevrolet. You can't beat those. For a brand new vehicle, shoot, get a whale of a deal on those right now. All you got to do is make the trip over there. See all their vehicles online at GuadneyChevrolet.com. We had James on earlier this week, and he said our pre-owned selection's outstanding. So if you're looking for something that's not a Chevrolet, give them a shot, because here's the thing. They're going to treat you like you're one of their own, one of their family members. They've been doing it since 1957. You're going to get great treatment, great selection, great financing options, and they're going to take care of you on your trade. Can't go wrong. It's Guadney Chevrolet. It's in Jacksonville. And get off of that James Street exit heading north and do a little pre-shop and make your job easy when it comes to buying a car. And check them all out before you get there. All right, Wes, it has been a very intriguing week, an historic week in some ways, and a very forgettable week in others. But you know what? It's almost football season.
Felt a little better today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Think about tomorrow. You feel great. You'd be probably sitting poolside.
And I was wondering about your question of the day. Will I turn on the game tomorrow night?
I think you will, because you are a diehard baseball guy.
I do like college baseball.
I do too. And I don't know who I'm rooting for. I can't tell you that.
Coastal.
Okay, Coastal it is. I'm in, guys.
No doubt about it.
All right.
I was thinking about talking about Sophie Cunningham for the next 3 hours.
Nice.
We did a lot of that.
I went through that rabbit hole. I didn't realize she has got a black belt. She kicked in high school. I mean, there's a lot to her game.
There's a lot to her game.
And sometimes there's not a lot to her clothing game. There were a couple outfits. I was like, whoa,
Well,
wow, okay.
I call that efficient.
Efficient? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the right
you think
places.
it's cheaper when you buy it like that?
I think that's absolutely the case. In fact, that was discussed when we were at the beach. It's like a lot of these ladies cannot be spending that much money on their swimsuits because there's very little material
Yeah,
involved
like
here.
that. Frugal, you know?
Yeah. Anyway.
Safe.
And by the way, I need a few guys to put a little more on. Let's be real.
Where's your shirt?
Exactly.
Get some pants.
Yes, parka. Put on some pants.
I heard you talking about the Wise Guys, and made me think we're going to have Stephen Davis on to talk about the Travelers. They're home this weekend also.
Yeah.
We've got Steve Sullivan coming in. We got Brian Edwards, VegasInsider.com, with some picks. Bet Saracen, as Neil Atkinson will join us. So we got a loaded Friday show to get ready for the weekend.
That's good. All right. Well, I will be locked in. And I hope everybody has a great, safe weekend. Check out the Travs this weekend. It's a great weekend for it. Check out the Wise Guys. We'll see you in Hot Springs this weekend, and may or may not see you at the Washita Bar and Grill for pregame.
I think we should.
If you want to buy us a cold beer, I'll probably take one.
Yeah. Walking distance?
Cartwheeling distance.
I'll drive.
It's a lot closer than your walk to Razorback Pizza. And that ain't far.
With hundreds of vehicles in stock across 6 brands, your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group. We know that the road ahead is important. Whether it's your daily drive or your next big adventure, the